Bro, I'm still tripping. Amazon really fired folks during E3.
Wait, are you talking about the sorting workers or just like the higher ups?
Nah, Amazon Game Studios laid off like 60 people
No.
apparently. I'm like, damn, it really be like that. You be chilling, making games, and then they really drop you like a bad fucking habit.
Well, it's pretty good. That Runner game, Runner, that shit's pretty good from Devolver Digital.
You know, I forgot they had a conference, so it's not even on the topic list. That's a L.
Oh man,
How you forget Devolver Digital? That's disrespectful.
Because I didn't watch the fucking conference. That's how.
damn.
That's fucked up. They had the second best conference though.
It be like that sometimes. Anywho, welcome to Usual Suspects podcast for June 14th, also known as after E3, also known as after we all got disappointed at the Thanksgiving table E3. I'm your host, Sentry. I am mildly tired. I say mildly because I am, but it is what it is. We're going to get to these topics, but first, let's do these intros for some other people. Redhood.
Oh, what's up, guys? This is Redhood 420. The only good conferences for me were Square and Nintendo, but that's it.
Man, Jigga.
Hey, what's good? And we already know the best conference out here. They gave us the greatness known as fucking Cyberpunk. We eat with Keanu Reeves, bro. I'm just saying. But yeah, what's good, y'all?
DMV fan, who I didn't even know was popping up, but it's a welcome surprise. It's a welcome surprise anyway. It was more surprising than any of these E3 conferences.
Oh, man. It's DMV, 6-man off the bench again. We got Strat missing, so
his folks in town.
Come off that bench,
I might use that. The man said 6 men off the bench again.
What you mean, Van
best
Vliet?
conferences were Square and Nintendo, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, the star of the podcast.
Sentry?
I ain't the star of the podcast.
Oh, so you told me to go again?
Oh shit!
All right, go ahead and go. They said you the star. We got to pay your ass the big bucks. We want y'all to
say. But Hardhead, aka Goofy, y'all already know how I do me. And the best conference was Devolver Digital, dog. At the end of the day,
this disrespect of Square Enix, they show nothing but gameplay.
I mean, them games wasn't for me.
Did that Final Fantasy 14
you know what?
making me want to play it?
I'm being disrespectful.
They did show gameplay.
What? Devolver had the second best. The number one was Nintendo, dog. They showed gameplay. Nobody showed more gameplay than Nintendo. Not even Devolver Digital.
Yeah, where was that gameplay for Breath of the Wild though?
Yeah,
the announced game.
You
don't want to go there.
Oh, dude, I definitely want to go there. I definitely want to go there.
Let's get to these topics. First and foremost, different structure. We just gonna get into the bullshit. Microsoft had their conference a little Sunday afternoon on the almost the second on the night. Lord.
Hey, hold on, Sentry. Ain't you forgetting someone? That Google Stadia, baby.
Oh my gosh. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, Max, they launched off E3, dog. Ain't nobody do it before Stadia do it.
Shout out Google Stadia. That's all I got for them. We're going to come back and talk about them one day, but today is not that day. Microsoft, because they had actual games to show.
Did they?
I guess. I'm really about to say I guess. But we're going to start off with the most of the bullshit. Project Scarlet. Microsoft, they came to E3. They was like, Sony already talked about their shit. And let's talk about our shit. Project Scarlet is the next generation Xbox, and it quote, eats monsters. It's supposed to be 4 times more powerful than the 6 teraflop Xbox One X, and is supposedly supposed to render games at 120 frames per second and at 8K resolution. To which I say, and Hardhead can say this, because I ain't finna say nothing. I'm just gonna let it rock. I ain't gonna this. I am not gonna say. I'm gonna say slanderous things about Phil Spencer, not Xbox. Let me play it like that. Hardhead, you have slander for this. Go ahead. I know you get slander for this. Go ahead.
For Xbox,
For Project Scarlet.
Project Scarlet.
for Project, oh man, you mean how they just really they probably didn't know what they was doing. I feel like they saw them specs for that PS5 and was like, damn, we really can't do this. We might have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. So what they did was they pulled up the Wired article for the PS5 from about a month ago and said, let's just say this, and as long as it's not worse than what they doing, we should be all right for now. And they literally just word for word said the Wired article, and then they said the other rumor about who that was said that about the 8K
Andrew Reiner.
FPS.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not
If
a
I
rumor.
recall, he's the sorry to cut in. He's the editor in chief of Game Informer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all they did was say exactly we doing the exact same thing PlayStation doing, and they basically trying to play it safe because they know they ain't really got no cause to play right now.
Yeah.
Like, and I said it before, this was their chance to really get people on board, and they found a way to fuck that up, and that's what they did. They fucked it up.
So what I gotta say about this was like, because there was a tweet, Andrew Reiner, I think it was like maybe a couple hours before or a day before the conference, saying like he's heard like rumors that PlayStation 5 is more powerful than the Anaconda / Scarlet, because Scarlet's supposed to be the umbrella of Lockhart and Anaconda, and a lot of people are confirming now that Lockhart doesn't exist anymore, got scrapped because that was going to hold back the generation.
I don't think they confirmed it. It is like, it makes sense for it not to exist, is what everybody's saying.
Yeah, because they said the last announcement like consoles, and now it's just one console, and also Colin, I always butcher his last name, also is like saying that
Moriarty.
Yeah.
Moriarty, but how you what?
Yeah, I listen. All I know is he said also the same thing, that PlayStation 5 is more powerful. He's heard it from devs as well, and he's also heard talk at shop that the Master Chief Collection was in talks of being on PlayStation 4, and also kind of correlates to Matt Booty saying things about like Halo Infinite being on a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5, and they wouldn't be opposed to that. So I wouldn't be surprised by PlayStation 5 that you see more Xbox games going to even Nintendo consoles along with PlayStation if they allow it, which makes Xbox more irrelevant every single day in terms of it being a console and not a service. So
I just want to point out that just that part of the conference, because this is not in order. Like, I didn't put anything in order when I did this because I was like, fuck order, because there's no reason for it to be in order. Like, basically, they thought that because we're on the big stage, we're going to get attention. And I know somebody pointed who pointed this out, but they really didn't get any type of like attention. We're making a new console, whereas Sony did that shit, and then somebody leaked out a fucking video of them loading Spider-Man, and that shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, like I think there was a traffic data from Google. Like they were searching keywords about Scarlet or PlayStation 5, and supposedly PlayStation 5 was more talked about than Scarlet in the whole entire E3 thing. And Keanu was like the biggest search engine for Google.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't know how y'all do y'all videos. When I upload my videos, I always check Google Trends, and Xbox itself was not trending. Even the day they had their own E3, they didn't even trend. Things that was trending was like Keanu Reeves. I think who else had a conference that day? I can't remember who it was.
Bethesda.
Yeah,
even Bethesda was #1 on trending that day. But what's weird is the Xbox videos will get views, but Xbox itself is not trending. I don't really understand the correlation, but yeah, nobody was really talking about Xbox itself. That's where they fuck up every fucking year.
Jigga, DMV fan, got anything to say about Project Scarlet?
Yeah.
I don't see why they're trying to hype this Look, 'cause it's like it makes no sense. It's a waste of money since most of their games are going to all their games are going to PC, and then you got Game Pass on PC. So they're like, just get rid of the console. I know they probably trying to hold on to the small few people who's like, I refuse to build a PC, but like, I don't know. I eventually see all those people going to PlayStation, so it's like,
which they already are.
yeah, I don't know, but it's just spooky out here, like. I don't know, bro. Like they can't compete with Sony. I don't know. They make money off Xbox Live, so I guess they can't truly get rid of the Xbox because like that'll be money lost. I don't know, bro. It just sucks.
DMV, you got nothing to say?
Yeah, I got slandered for these Xbox fanboys.
Oh God.
These because the only two things they had to hold on to are this power argument and Phil Spencer. All right, so they got one section of the like thing to put Xbox over PS5. It's all gone now because what Andrew Reiner said, it's not gonna be as powerful as PS5. All I was hearing about is how much powerful Anaconda is gonna be, and it's gonna crush PS5, but not be.
I don't get no real slander, so I'm gonna reserve my slander for Phil Spencer at the end of this topic, which is a pretty long one. Moving off of Project Scarlet, Halo Infinite, we got a in-engine trailer.
Just like we did with the first time it was shown off.
Yeah. Shown on the slip space engine, and I'm like,
They really just did the same thing they did last year. Ain't this what people shit on Sony conferences for? Like, come on,
I
dog.
guess, like, you know how much I don't care about what these folks say about, like, but I mean, graphically, let's be honest, it looks like if Strat was here, he'd be like, that shit look amazing. It don't.
I mean, it finally is catching up to modern day graphics. Like Halo 5 to me wasn't that graphically impressive, but this looks solid.
That's what the problem is. Like you just said, catching up, and I feel like the reason that the game doesn't look as good as I think it should is for parity reasons.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be on Xbox One, the original console as well, so it's not truly a next gen game per se.
This was our first look at next gen, and I'd argue it doesn't even look better than Last of Us or Ghost of Tsushima.
I don't even think it looks better than Uncharted 4, to be honest.
Jesus.
Just being honest.
We got a bunch of ponies in here, huh, Sentry?
Facts, bro. Y'all some ponies, bro. I need y'all to chill.
Wait, hold on. Why you put my name in this? You know how I roll. I'm a mercenary.
I wouldn't go as far as Uncharted 4, but
I don't know, dude.
Uncharted 4 did look pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like especially the area where you got to drive the fucking car. Yeah, that shit look fire.
I mean, that section's pretty on rails, though, except for a couple parts. So I mean, that's not to take a dig at Uncharted, but it is what it is. Halo Infinite, there's not much we can really talk about here. Let's move on to Xbox's bread and butter. The best part of Xbox right now, the controllers. Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2. It has an internal battery now. It has
all them extra words. Just call it the Elite 2. Come on, dog.
Nah, fam. I got to call it the proper fucking name. But
Series 2, like they really went too far trying to name the damn thing.
The proper name should be a piece of shit controller that should be bundled with the fucking console, not this shit we got.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I feel like this is basically them saying, yeah, we know we fucked up with the first controller, so here's one that costs twice as much, but it fixes all the problems that you had with
it. Actually don't even cost twice as much. It costs like $30 more.
The Series 2?
Yeah, the original Elite was like $150.
No. I'm talking about the Xbox One S controller. That shit is trash to me.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking
But
about
the Elite controller allows you to fix all the things that you think wrong with the controller.
I
You
mean,
can tighten up the sticks. You can change it from asymmetrical to symmetrical if you wanted to. You can even change. You can change the back button now. How sensitive they are now. You can tighten them if you need to, because that's another one of the issues I had. I can't play racing games with that trash ass controller because I lose the fucking back buttons up.
true.
You can fix all that with the Elite Series 2 now.
You can pre-order it. It'll drop on. It's dropping for Xbox One and PC in November, and it costs $180. To which I say, maybe cheap. To another part where Hardhead gonna slander, I'm just gonna fall back because, well, Redhood gonna slander too because Redhood he's still afraid of the future. Man, just accept Skynet coming, dog. Project X Cloud.
Skynet. Oh man.
I mean, we just etching one step closer to Skynet, dog. I ain't even afraid
Probably
of
will
it.
happen. Shit.
Just learn to accept our PC and robot overlords, dog. It's coming.
Watch we go into the Matrix as well, dude.
That's gonna happen too.
We learned nothing from Detroit, bro. How we learn nothing
From Detroit, oh man. But yeah, what we got to say about Project X Cloud? Because I mean, I've heard things from people who were there who used it who said it was all right, but has anyone heard differently?
I saw Greg doing a thing, but you saw the input lag when racing and stuff like that. So
I saw one of the members of Iron Lord podcast do a off screen. I mean, because you can't like stream them doing it, but he did like off screen of showing it. Now, this is my issue. Not only was the controller hardwired, but the phone was hardwired, and they still had latency like it was PlayStation Now, dog. Like I was definitely surprised like how bad the latency was for how everything was hardwired. I don't think xCloud is ready. Because you could see like of course they was praising it, but if you sitting here watching yourself, you can see like he's aiming with the right stick, and then 2 seconds later it fucking moves and shit like that. Well, not 2 seconds literally, but like a second later it moves.
I don't know. It looks like people were saying like Google might got one up on them, but that was in like a.
Yeah, I think Google might be leading the way when it comes to streaming for now, even though people don't want to accept it.
Even though people saying it was like what you call a control scenario, they still are showing that like little latency at all. So it's like even if it's controlled, that's still better than Xbox, which is in a controlled environment. And It's still shitty.
Yep, they both in the same controlled environment at E3. Yeah, one running better than the other one.
Yep.
Greg Miller said fairly responsive for xCloud, not instantaneous but good.
Speaking of streaming, we never heard nobody. Well, I don't think they had a show demo for it, but who that was? Bethesda had a. It wasn't a streaming service, but it's like a streaming engine that could be used in games. That I'm kind of interested in how that's going to work. Because it like switches it from like software streaming to something that's done in-game engine.
Hardware.
Well, I don't know if you could technically call it hardware because it's like you add it as a part of the game's engine instead of like streaming the entire game itself.
Oh, that's texture. Like that's already technically a thing. I forget the exact term, but I know what you're talking about. I wish I could recall what it is, but. I mean, it's xCloud. We don't have that much information on it. We talking about it because it's a thing. Let's get to these acquisition.
Well, two, but one was in a press release.
I don't know what the.
Wait, I got another question about the streaming, like xCloud and what's the name.
Go for it.
Like, because like Google, we know Google has like really good encoding or whatever, so they can.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, we know that from YouTube.
Yeah, so like, what if Microsoft don't have that shit, bro? Like, so would that game take like more data on
That's a good question.
Microsoft? I never thought about that. Like, what if that's the latency? Is like it takes more data on XCloud and Google Stadia, or whatever.
But my thing is Google Stadia. How much did they say? I'm gonna look it up right now because I don't have the exact numbers. They
Somebody did the calculations, and it was like a terabyte, and like I can't remember how long it took, but it was pretty quick that you would run out of a terabyte. So it's basically for people who don't have data caps. Like I know some of the people in this podcast right now got data caps.
definitely do.
Unfortunately, yes.
But basically, if you wanted to do 4K 35, I think up and down. So if you did it by a terabyte, then you did division. But 4K streamer will require 15 gigabytes of data per hour. That's what it was. So I mean,
Bro, you fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For people who thought they was gonna use their hotspot for this shit one day, your hotspot will be gone in like 20 seconds.
Hotspot didn't get shot dead on the corner trying to stream the damn game.
They definitely calling you like, sir, we're gonna have to cut your phone off, like, bro. Yeah, that's all I ask.
Yeah, I think this streaming war, war in quotations, is just gonna come down to awareness. Like, how good are you at getting your product out there and letting people know that it exists, right? Exclusive content is gonna matter too, but even with that, because hardcore gamers, I don't think you're gonna get many, if any, hardcore gamers on streaming because we're already playing consoles, we're already playing PC, so you gotta hope that there are a lot of people out there who maybe can't afford a console or high-end PC but really want to play like AAA games like Avengers got announced for Stadia, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. You gotta hope a lot of people like that are out there, but you would think that if those types of people, like if they had internet that's good enough for Stadia, you think they'd be able to afford a console and PC already.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not really. Go ahead, Jigga.
I'll say if you live in, like, if you don't have a lot of money and you don't live in a good area, most likely your internet has a data cap. Like, I feel like they do that to people who like in areas where they probably don't get a lot of money. They use data cap to try to get like more money out of people. Like for those who do use a lot of it, like I don't know. That's my opinion. I could be wrong though. You gonna say Hardhead?
It's not really that though. Like, cause I was giving a scenario to Redhood the other day, even though he didn't really want to have a conversation. Like, it will sell to casuals. Like, perfect example. Let's say we chilling at a Thanksgiving at somebody's house. All the family come together for Thanksgiving, and you with your cousins and shit, and y'all know y'all not with the family. Y'all chilling in one of the other cousins' rooms or something like that, right?
Nah.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Strat.
Oh shit, he's here. Oh man.
And one of your cousins, he started talking shit. He like, man, I you know how I bust your ass at 2K, right? I'm really a dog out here. And then you got like your fire stick with you. You know he got controllers in his house, and you like he don't own the game, but you tell him like, hey, look, we can play this shit right now. And all you gotta do is plug the stick into your TV, and y'all sitting there streaming and playing the game. It's practical for a lot of people. I can think of a dozen situations.
I actually never thought about it like
me
that.
either, but that's a good situation.
That makes me think about it a whole different way right now.
You just better hope he ain't got a data cap.
Man, fuck his data cap. I don't loot her.
Man, that nigga got a controller. He probably got a data cap.
If you got a controller in your house, you definitely got some type of data cap. That's the telltale signs of a data cap boy right there. But it is what it is. Let's move on back to these acquisitions. What's the second acquisition, by the way? Because I forgot.
Double Fines is some like Age of Empire studio, I think.
Yeah,
No, that wasn't an acquisition. That's a whole new studio.
No.
No, DMV fan though.
It's the Age of Empires studio. I don't know if they have an exact name.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think Strat right. They didn't have an exact studio prior to the acquisition.
It's a whole new studio.
But
that's what I read at least.
Oh yeah, shout out to Microsoft for shutting down the Age of Empire studio and then building a new one because folks.
That's crazy.
Somebody just quit on me in a game of Madden 34-12.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But the one that people cared about, Double Fine Productions, has been acquired by Microsoft. To which I say, I care, but not. I don't care enough.
I don't.
I care because the problem now becomes and I'm pretty sure it doesn't because they did a FIG funding for it, which is basically like Kickstarter only. There's a lot more safeguards and shit going on, so you know for a fact that this has to come out. And that's how they funded Psychonauts 2. And my thing is, we know Psychonauts is dropping, so what the fuck are they doing after Psychonauts?
Maybe Brutal Legends too.
Another thing after Psychonauts 2 is that game gonna be exclusive to Xbox because them niggas do not play games like that over there.
Well, Matt Booty's been saying, dude, that if PlayStation allows it, their games will probably
I mean, a game like Psychonauts was already multiplayer. I'm pretty sure PlayStation wouldn't take away the whole.
No, remember since that's a FIG game, that there's certain things that they have to do with it. That has to be on PS4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they continue the series and then take it off of PS4, they shoot themselves in the foot. Especially since that was the only place I know of people playing the game.
All I know is if it don't sell well or it don't do well, look, Xbox ain't the only dudes who getting this smoke. You PC dudes getting this smoke too because it's on PC now. Yeah, shut up.
Oh man.
And if any Xbox exclusive don't sell well, guess who can that smoke too? You PC dudes, because guess what? It's on PC Game Pass. So if y'all don't do it, guess what? Y'all getting that smoke too. It ain't gonna just be Xbox don't play games, it's PC niggas don't play games either. Facts.
Oh man, let them know, Jigga.
Jigga really wants smoke right now. That's why.
Oh man, I don't.
But with Double Fine, that's the problem is I can never really especially with them because they're such a weird studio in terms of you forget they even exist at a certain point.
Yeah, I low-key forgot about them.
Yeah, I definitely forgot they existed.
It's like my thing is they make good games, but the thing is, by the way, Hardhead, the problem with Brutal Legend is I still don't know if EA owns that IP or if they do.
Man. Did Jack Black come on to talk about that game with them?
I think it was like an E3 Coliseum talk.
Yeah, that was a Coliseum.
I know he was doing interviews and shit, so I figured if anybody came to talk about the Double Fine thing, it would have been Jack Black.
He was there, but he didn't do much else except for some Jablinski game shit.
I don't get why Microsoft bought them.
Same.
Microsoft is they buying a studio that's has one hit to their name, so it's bro, that's dumb.
Wait a minute, Brutal Legend was pretty good, dude.
Not even hits. But
that was how long Brutal Legends? Bro, that was long ago.
Happy Few. The game flopped. Streamers hate that game. I know because I'm one of the streamers, and I know other streamers, and they said they couldn't even. It wasn't even worth beating. That's how bad We Happy Few was,
I was actually excited for that game too.
How? Everyone was.
I mean,
y'all were.
Yeah. I was. I'm not gonna lie about that.
No, but
it was like Thief, but worse. How you fuck that up?
Hold on. You know what? Hold that thought, because
Thief was already bad, by the way.
No, hold that thought about that, because we gonna get to the end of the Microsoft stuff, and we gonna talk about why I feel like Game Pass is high key a fucking problem. We
was talking about that in the voice chat right before you pulled.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I feel like the problem that happened with that game was they were doing that game was supposed to be a whole different type of game, but Microsoft was no, not Microsoft. The studio was people played it and they probably was is this it? So then they started adding more and more into the game and it just fucking fucked the game up.
Jigga, you close, funny enough, but it wasn't exactly that. It was the art style shit, and that's what made them change.
Nah, Jigga, a lot of us looked past that shit. And the game just wasn't it, dog. It wasn't enough going on at all.
All right.
The game had a lot of hype behind it. That's the main problem, I think.
It was because that trailer though, that one trailer, like that shit had hype.
And Double Fine failed at being an indie. Not necessarily, but I'm not finna cast any aspersions on them. But it'd be like that sometimes. Moving on from acquisition talk for now. Gears 5, we got gameplay of that, in which as a Gears fan, that shit look fucking crazy, and I'm not fucking with certain things about it.
We didn't see gameplay for the campaign though.
I could care less about the fucking campaign.
Nobody, that campaign is trash now, bro.
It's not even that it's trash. It's like, bro, Gears 4 campaign. I'm about to sum up Gears 4's campaign. New characters. Nobody liked the new characters. Marcus step in. Marcus like, I'm gonna help my dumbass son and his friends, and it's like, oh, we gotta go save this girl mom. Save the mom. Find out she's fucking related to the fucking swarm. Find that out she had Mirror's pendant. That's the game. It wasn't all the way correct what I just said. But I just told you all the important beats of the story. Redhood, am I wrong about any of these story beats?
No, you're not wrong.
I just summarized the story in less than like fucking 20 seconds.
That's when you know a story. If you're gonna summarize a story like that, that's really bad.
I know I butchered like how it worked out, but go play the story. Everything I just said, fucking true. Jesus Christ!
Even like good stories, you try to explain it like that. It's like then you be like, oh no, but this happened. So it's like even though you try to simplify it, like there's certain things that just like make you excited. Like, oh, I can't leave that out. That's when you know a good story. That Gears, that shit, boo boo.
Hold on. The problem with Gears 5 is, and this goes to the Game Pass thing that I talked about. Y'all know that Gears, when you get hit, the omen shows on the screen. If you see how you get damaged now, they give you fucking indicators on where you get shot as part of this new big ass cog emblem. I'm like, son.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was distracting the first time.
But I'm not trying. Like, what, the omen or the big ass cog symbol they're doing now?
The big ass cog symbol thing.
Because they're showing you the direction of which you're getting shot and how much damage you're taking. I'm like, bro, I don't care about that. But they didn't show multiplayer, but they did show a new mode escape where you got 3 new characters.
It looks boring as fuck.
I thought everybody wanted to see a little bit of story. That's what I'm saying.
We saw story last E3 though. They can't be showing more.
They showed no damn story.
We did. Hold on. We got.
Hey, hold up, chill, Strat.
We did not see story.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Last year. Yeah.
We had.
Okay, explain to me what the story's about.
It just involved them going on some fucking mission.
On some
Go back.
No.
You about to
I know what he's talking about. What we did see last year was like that small like intro scene where she it was a girl.
She's like, I need to go find out.
That's when we found out you played as her.
And then everyone got upset, but that's neither here nor there.
That was what we saw from the story, but it wasn't even. They didn't even show like gameplay. They just showed that little segment.
And we didn't. And guess what? They're not going to show any more of the campaign until September. Which is kind of spooky.
I'm gonna talk about Gears 5 because Gears 5 is a case because there was an interview with Rod Ferguson. That's what we're gonna talk about after we get done with Xbox, and then after we done with Xbox and that, we'll talk about Bethesda and so on and so forth. Moving on from that, the Outer Worlds got more gameplay.
Let me. Could I have a closing statement on Gears? It's not going to be that well. Let me just say, I thought it had a really good showing.
80 at best.
But this whole handling of Gears 5 really let me down.
I feel like they're just not trying to show the story beats because they're changing up the shit.
What do you mean? Dude, they always show a level. Like, bro, you can't give an excuse of them not showing.
This is their first take on doing something different. They're not trying to show it off.
Any game would get criticized for that shit.
Bro, nobody showed anything to C3. I don't know what
What do you mean nobody showed
about games we care about? I'd say.
What do you mean game? All right, buddy. Whatever you fucking say, dude.
But that's neither here nor there.
Hey, buddy, you hold your horses with that information you're saying.
Yeah.
Lord, I didn't know I need to. Okay, Texas Jig.
Strat.
But the Outer Worlds still looks good to me. Buying the day one. Fuck Game Pass. They gonna get $60 from me.
Oh, I'm definitely buying that, bro. Facts.
Yeah,
I pre-ordered it on Amazon.
That's one thing I always like. I feel like everybody has that one Xbox game that they spend.
That's not even an Xbox game though. That's the problem.
But the thing is, though, it's either the Epic Game Store or this, or the Game Pass. So,
I mean, I don't care. Shit, y'all know how I get down. I'll use it.
And it come to PS4 though?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
That's
buying
why I
that shit on
pre-ordered it.
PS4.
of course it's coming to PS4. What?
Wait, yeah. So what are you talking about?
I'd rather get on the Xbox Beta app than PS4.
It's not like it's an ugly game.
Listen. The only thing I care about is MODSUPPORT.
Mod support.
That's the only thing.
When Xbox finally come out with a gold achievement where you get the last achievement, give you a gold achievement. Other
Whoa!
than that, fuck no, bro.
Somebody said Outer Worlds is going to be better than the whole Fallout series. Stop disrespecting.
Yeah.
Stop disrespecting.
Oh, you're talking about Fallout 1 and 2?
No, 1 and 2 in New Vegas. I'll let you take a slight hit at Brotherhood of Steel, but you will not disrespect any of the games because the creators of Fallout are making that game. So that means
I think he's not thinking about Fallout 1 and 2. I think he's thinking more of the race.
That's my problem though. Nobody talks about Fallout 1, 2, Brotherhood of Steel, or New Vegas. They just think about 3 and 4, which are honestly two of the worst games in that series.
I might have to issue my weekly apology to Strat for still not having streamed.
Go play that fucking game.
Oh, that's right.
Go get some mods too, by the way.
Hey, why you say something? Strat had forgot. You could have got.
dude.
You really played yourself. He really forgot.
He's like, all right, yeah. That man been.
Hey man, it's not like it. It's not like there's many games to play in 2019, right?
Let's go, Strat.
I don't know what. Listen, I can beat 22 games this year. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Should I be maybe 5?
What, bro?
Hold on,
I'd be 13.
wait. We got to talk about this. Hold on. First,
I'm not playing any. I'm not playing.
Wait. How the fuck have I beat 22 games? 22.
Oh my gosh, I didn't beat 22. I beat 13.
No, I beat 22. Half of them are old, half of them are new. I've beaten 22 games. Remember my estimate. Me and Hardhead talked about this. Hardhead, I said it'll be a fucking miracle if I beat what, 10?
Oh man, you did, dog. You was playing your Destiny and shit.
I don't, no excuses. There's games to play. You just don't like shit.
That's true.
Damn.
You need to expand your horizons.
Because I'll be playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 next month, and Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and Control and shit like that. Judgments this month.
I'll probably start Ultimate
Bloodstained.
Alliance 3, but probably won't finish it like I have with every other game this year.
Lord, we ain't finished the games out here. Jesus,
Man, shit's tough out
Did
here.
you not
man.
beat Metro Exodus?
I did, yeah.
Spider said, "List them." I'm gonna list them.
That was a good game though.
Damn, I really might play with the Saints in Madden 20. This shit crazy.
Bro, I bet
Yeah,
you most of them games he beat didn't come out this
Hey,
year.
you trying to play Madden 20?
probably did.
I can't invite you, Strat.
I told you, half old, half new. New to me is within the last calendar year, so within the last 12 months.
Hey, but Strat, I'm trying to run the fade when that EA Origin shit go live for Madden 20, dog.
EA Origin.
Sentry gonna duck me, but
What? What EA Origin? What?
You know the Origin access shit. You know they let you play the game a week early on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, Premiere, yeah.
That's what I'm going to be doing with Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah,
What? I'm gonna buy that outright, man.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why would you not buy that, bro?
Hold on, you go.
Because I
Hey,
get $15, dude. I'm saving money.
See, that's what I hate about you, dude. Like, bro, they're actually giving us a game that we want, and y'all don't
No,
want to
no,
buy
I
that
agree.
shit,
But
y'all.
when they give me services like that, I just fucking want to save money then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Redhood. I said this. If I can get all my games every year for about $300-$400 flat, then I'm straight, dog.
Man, y'all some weirdos.
Me and
That's
Jigga the only ones out here supporting Dez, man.
That's what I'm
What you
saying.
mean?
I'm
They're finally creating a game that I want, like a single player Star Wars. Like, bro, I want that.
Maybe they shouldn't have created these services.
Hold on.
I
But
buy
then
all
they-
the games I want
They
physical.
don't create that no more. Y'all gonna be mad. Like, oh, why they do?
Oh no, I'm not gonna be mad. I'll still buy $60 games.
All
What the
right,
fuck? I'm not gonna get mad.
all right, kids.
No, what I mean, like they stop making games like that because like
Oh,
What,
then that's
people-
the pub's
people
fault.
buy
They
their
shouldn't have been
service.
doing that shit though.
people would get a trial, beat the game, and then be over with. And it's like, bro,
They do the same thing with Netflix all the freaking time, creating new freaking emails and shit like that.
They
I
definitely.
mean, but fucking
Definitely right.
fucking-
Jiggy got caught up just now. You know, we
Mhm.
Elden Ring. Elden Ring.
Never heard of it.
Oh my gosh.
You got it. But yeah, they showed the new game from. This explains why we haven't got a new book from George Hoaz.
Hey man, people were saying no, man. That's not the reason, dude. Hey, I'm just saying.
Just George, like I was in Japan, baby. I was fucking with my man.
The problem is, it's not even the story; it's the lore. So it's like, if you guys are expecting like, an actual story told to you, think again.
Stop this, Redhood. We will not accept George R. slander at this moment.
All slander is
No, that's not slander for him. I'm just saying that might be slander for From Software.
All we need from him is the lore. Have you not learned this by now, sir?
Oh man,
high key, we do need the lore from him. But I mean, y'all know how I get down. If this plays anything like Dark Souls, don't even call me. If it plays like Jiggaapril, don't even call me.
I mean, it is still From Sentry.
Y'all know how I feel about FromSoft right now. Y'all know how I get down with them right now. If they making anything that is Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or Sekiro-esque, I'm not playing that shit. I'm over it. I beat Dark Souls 1. I beat Dark Souls 2. I beat Dark Souls 3. I beat Bloodborne. I'm over this shit. I beat Demon Souls. Like, I'm tired of it. Do something new.
Facts. I'm definitely on that.
For this one, I'll still play, but after that, I feel, need to start making new games.
I mean, even the trailer didn't get as much hype as like.
I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing y'all told me when I complained about Pokemon. They got that if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. So don't expect shit to change no time soon.
Hey, here's my problem, Hardhead. What do I say every time when we talk about FromSoft? I remember when they made shit like what? Armored Core, fucking what's the name? Ninja Blade. They made other types of games. Yeah, Kingsfield. I actually forgot about that.
And I remember when Masuda known how to actually innovate on a Pokemon game.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna sip on water right quick. That was heat.
Man, ain't innovated shit. You know what? Let's just scrap all the fucking Pokemon. We're gonna copy and paste the legendary. Let's fucking get rid of Z moves. Let's fucking get rid of fucking. Well, look, they still have. Well, we'll talk about that Nintendo shit, but basically,
I don't. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is Pokemon even on my Nintendo section? It is. We gonna get there. Just hold your heat.
At the end.
Hold your Uzi, dog. Hold your Uzi. I know you got heat in it.
Some of these fans are ridiculous though, creating that art.
Hey, so
gym leader.
Yeah, they thirsty, but Elden Ring, people hype for it. I don't care. Bleeding Edge.
Ew.
I saw the gameplay. Don't care for it. So
what the hell is Bleeding Edge again? Oh, that
Ninja Theory's multiplayer game.
I felt like we saw. I feel like we saw bad players playing it though. That's the thing.
What the fuck? Oh, okay.
That game looks.
Yeah, they got plenty of gameplay.
That thing looks pretty bad to me.
I mean, that could be part of the problem. I think the issue here is when people thought, and this is not me because when I think about Ninja Theory, I'm like, okay, it's Ninja Theory. They like me and Jack is on the same wavelength with this because me and him talked about it. Ninja Theory is an on-off dev. Either they are the J.R. Smith of the game industry. Either they hidden or they ain't hidden shit.
To me, it looks like they're freaking missing this one.
Yeah, like they the J.R. Smith of the game industry. That's not a bad thing, but still.
I honestly think Microsoft didn't even purchase them for Hellblade. I'm pretty sure it was because of Bleeding Edge, but that's just me though.
If they did,
I mean, they probably purchased them because they saw what they did with Hellblade, and they saw that they and then they saw they also want to do multiplayer games.
No, there was
like a wide range.
If that was going to be the case, then why would have Xbox not have had Hellblade beforehand? Before
what are you talking about? They didn't have it. Like this game was already in development. Like, what you mean?
No, I'm saying if that was going to be the case, then why didn't freaking Hellblade go on Xbox's platform day and day with PlayStation?
Because Sony probably had a deal first.
No, it wasn't the deal. It's
Hold on,
because Xbox probably didn't want that shit.
Wait, first and foremost, to explain what's going on with Hellblade. Hellblade at one point was supposed to be exclusive to the platform because Sony was paying for it. That fell through. And the IP ownership went to Ninja Theory. However, there was still a deal in place that they had to be first on there and then they could go other places after the fact. That's how that worked. However, it's looking more and more likely that Microsoft doesn't give a fuck about putting out anything that that people want in terms of single player games that have a.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that because think about it like this. I saw a quote going around, and I think it was based off of Xbox's first party studio goal, and they were saying something along the lines of they want to, have each of their studios work on a game for 2 years and put it out every like 2 or 3 months. So they don't want to have a development like God of War or Red Dead Redemption 2 where it's 5 years.
I'm sure
so
they'll have some
no,
studios.
that's what they're saying.
Halo, for example, that's 5 years.
That was the
Actually,
goal.
no, it's not. Halo is not 5 years.
Halo Infinite's been 5 years now.
Halo Infinite is not 5 years.
It came out. Last one came out in 2015.
Yeah, but that didn't mean they started development in 15.
Pretty sure
Yeah,
they
it's
started.
probably 3 or less, I would say.
I doubt it.
Yeah, but no, that's what they said. How are you gonna tell Matt Booty and them what their goal is gonna be?
First of all, I don't take anything serious from a man called Matt Booty.
He's the president of the first party.
He's the head of first party, so.
It's like, honestly, bro, you go like.
Wait.
Told a lot of shit, and we all believed him. We're gonna just believe this now.
What do you mean? They want to have legit be the Netflix of gaming. They don't give a shit about the quality. They're gonna put that shit out and even
Netflix is just hits us with quality. What you talking about?
Hey, Strat.
Netflix have quality though.
Hey, Strat.
So,
If we can accept a nigga with the last name Bowser running Nintendo of America, I'm pretty sure we can accept a nigga named Booty running Microsoft because all they doing is representing how good their services are. You know,
I believe Bowser more than Booty.
His name Booty because Microsoft is Booty right now, and his name Bowser because Bowser running shit when it comes to Nintendo.
So this is the thing that Xbox said their goal is. First party games releasing every 3 months on Game Pass. Says Red Dead and God of War took 5 to 6 years, but they want their teams like Ninja Theory to pump out games every 2 years. God of War and Red Dead Redemption took that long because they're blockbusters. So basically, Microsoft doesn't blockbusters. Yeah, they just want to make very small games.
Blockbusters, though.
Yeah, it's called Halo Gears and Forza.
I'm sure. Like I'm fine. Like I've said, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that. Give me Blockbuster, Halo Gears, Forza, and
you know what? You know what, Strat? Low key, I'm fine with it too. Cause
I'll get my quality from other studios. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it.
All I need is my Forza, dog. I'll get my little indie games from them for free on Game Pass every night.
Guess what I'm playing right now? Forza.
Bro, if they really focus on that 2-year shit, I'm definitely becoming a pony, bro. I will leave. I refuse to
get the hate.
A whole bunch of 2-year games, but that's just annoying, bro.
I got the contract when you're ready, dog.
Also, the reason why they bought fucking what's name, because wasn't Hellblade created on a limited budget?
Something like that.
Hellblade was created limited budget, and 20 people made Hellblade.
You know Microsoft cheap, bro. They want to. Like we give you 500,000, make that game, bro.
And then I got slandered for Halo now because didn't they say this was gonna be the biggest budget game of all time? We see those graphics.
What's wrong with them? I don't understand. What's wrong with them graphics, bro? Graphics, bro. Running at 60 frames per second.
It don't look like a next gen game. That's all. But you know why, Strat? It's parity issues.
It's like another thing.
It looked like something that was made in 2015.
Let me also say something else. Like people, like next gen games aren't gonna look that drastically different from this gen. They're not. It's like we're not gonna see that big of a. We're not gonna see that big of a leap.
Wait a minute, Strat.
No, I do believe we're hitting the wall when it comes to graphics.
Yeah, graphics aren't gonna improve like
we thought that in the
before.
PS3 era. What you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Bro, don't block ass shit, bro. No,
hold on. Wait. First and foremost, because of the fact that the video, like nobody's willing. Like this is the problem. We have hit a wall where it's like there's the going up in terms of graphics doesn't really mean much. It only means you get more anti-aliasing at this point. That is true, but there is going to be some difference. Not a huge amount, but there is.
Exactly. There'll be some difference, but it's not going to be that leaps and bounds like we saw.
Leaps and bounds is something like, but my thing is leaps and bounds was when technology would do leaps. Technology is not doing those type of leaps anymore because we hit a plateau with we can do.
Tripping right now.
No, that's how PC shit works.
Yeah.
That's not.
I feel like we only saying this because we haven't seen a representation yet.
No,
It's very much possible for us to see it.
Well, let me do another explanation for you. You notice how I don't know if you ever noticed how games like on the 360 generation had more physics and whatnot in their worlds, and how this generation they really put aside all that extra detail stuff, like the little physics on every little piece of the environment, and they focus more on the graphics. That's why when you like for example, Ghost Recon and shit like that, when you shoot somebody, fucking they just stiff on the ground right there after they're dead. Like there's really like nothing to the world other than what you're seeing.
I mean,
It's like cutbacks like that gives them the push.
if you want to see what like gaming could be, look at some of them tech demos where like they showing you like what they just be showing you like worlds and shit like they made that like being game, but like probably couldn't actually run. Like, yeah, that should show you how good gaming can be. But at the same time, it's like we're almost close to that point where I feel like we're getting to the best of the best, where it's not going to be about how good a game looks. It's going to be about how other things like some things like ray tracing or some other thing like where
that still looks, by the way.
Physics,
yeah, like it looks, but that's more of a like light physics and
Physics is a. I hate doing this because I know the
physics takes up a lot of like resources on.
No, physics is a CPU intensive thing because you're. This is the reason I hate doing this because it sounds like I'm demeaning Jigga's point, and I'm not. I'm really just trying to give more detail. And Jigga, if you feel that way, I'm sorry because I'm not trying to demean you. It's just because the way you're explaining it, I understand it. And I'm just trying to give more detail. And it sounds like I'm demeaning you, and I noticed that, and I feel really bad about it. But
oh man, my feelings hurt. I'm gonna cry.
Damn, it'd be like that though. No, but like for example, like
fucking running back. What the fuck? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This man really ain't quiet. But not like for example, like Strat. The reason that I look at this shit, it's like the only thing they can do now is detail shit. Like
yeah.
The problem lies not with too much. It's pretty much this. You can't really do much graphically other than okay, you can add more detail, but you can't like that's it. Detail.
It's like a video, like a video I like to go back to is like that Far Cry 2 versus Far Cry 4 one or 5 one, whatever that is. It shows how like things like have like fallen down. Like they strive for the visual but forgot about everything else. You know? The little things, you know.
Maybe that's why Nvidia went to ray tracing because they figure like
that's a detail.
Are about as close as they can get to being.
Yeah, that's exactly ray tracing.
Went on another technology. Like, look, we can't get graphics that much better, so let's focus on another technology that made.
It's not even that. It's like we've reached the point where we've hit Uncanny Valley to a degree where if you look at certain shit, like remember that video when Hardhead you was looking at the car and shit on Twitter. Like, you wouldn't know that wasn't a real car unless somebody told you.
Yeah, but sometimes, like, you be watching some people play. Like, I remember somebody said they was watching somebody play 2K from afar, and they thought that was a real basketball game. Like,
that's bullshit.
That was sound crazy.
Sometimes that do actually happen, though. Where you be like, hey, wait, is that a real game? Then you're like, no, it's 2K. Like, when you're far enough away. But some games, like the cars, you look at them like, bro, this looks like a real-life car.
But yeah. It is what it is. We're going to keep it popping, keep it moving. Ori in the Will of the Wisp. I don't think much needs to be said for this other than it looks really good. Probably be the best.
The game's going to definitely look good. I heard actually it was supposed to come out in August, but then got pushed back to February.
Of course you know that. Your twin brother said that shit.
Oh, man.
You thought we forgot about your meme, huh? Ran 2, motherfucker. Nah, but anybody got anything to say about Ori? Negative pop?
Probably the best Xbox game. To be completely honest.
I would have to agree with that. Like, I mean, I don't like the Ori games, but just going off like story and gameplay, like from I've seen people play it. Yeah, it seems like it is one of the best.
Oh
And
man.
people don't shit on it like they did Quantum Break, which is actually a good game. But
I don't know about that one, Jigga. I don't know about that one, Jigga. I played that game.
Anybody who shit on Quantum Break, bet not fucking like control is so amazing.
No,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna shit on it if it's terrible, but like the characters were complete shit and the level designs weren't the best. And
Bro,
gunplay wasn't good either.
Control looks
wait.
more the same.
Like
Wait.
Control, like
Control looks
I
like
would
it has
say
less of a
Quantum
story.
Quantum Break's like I would say is a like story just about time travel with no good characters, and
That's
not
fucking
time travel. Like,
amazing, bro.
time travel. You know, it is time travel actually. So yeah, no, good story about time travel, terrible characters, and level designs and powers are ass. So
But if they like, I really want somebody to make some like.
now if Control is way better than Quantum Break, I'll say it. But if it's not,
like, even if they took like the Quantum Break story and remade it into Control, I would be happy because I love that Quantum Break story. That shit was fire.
Dude, if they got ass characters like Quantum Break, I'm good.
I mean, look, the story to me made up for the ass. Well, I wouldn't say they were ass, but they were mad characters.
But
nobody really stood out.
Hardhead, this next topic for you, Minecraft Dungeons. We don't need to be here too long.
What you mean? That game looked fire.
I'm not saying that as a dig. I'm just saying it's Minecraft and a dungeon.
Minecraft Dungeons look like heat, dog. That's look like it's something that should have happened a long time ago. Like I would have owned that game by now. I'm not buying that.
I'm not trying to bet this is a mod that they stole from somebody.
Nah,
this ain't Armor. I mean, this ain't PUBG, sir.
He said
no. Like, I'm telling you, there's a mod out there that somebody probably did this exact thing. They fucking took that idea and like, let's do it.
You mean they stole this idea from Blizzard?
No, I mean where people make mods to Minecraft, bro. Like there's Pokemon mods, fucking space mods and shit. Like it's a whole bunch of mods, and like I'm bet you they're pretty sure somebody probably made this as a mod, and it was like, oh, that looked good. Let's take that.
I know. I see. No, what it is, Jigga. I think because if you ever played like Minecraft, there's an underlying story to the game, and it's basically a giant sandbox dungeon crawler. And I guess what they basically did was say, fuck it, let's give people more access to that shit and expand on it, make it top down, and that's what this looked like to me.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like Diablo to me, so it is what it is. Let's move on. We got more gameplay of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We talked about this already.
Just my pants.
Whoa! Y'all good? Y'all gonna chill?
That shit is lit, bro. I'm hyped for it, bro.
I'm getting it at EA Access.
That's why I'm paying full price for a game that I like. I'm not gonna buy it. Like, did Dev only get like 3 cents of that? Like, oh man. But,
well, they are the EA, so it doesn't really matter. Me, I'm falling more and more into the not buy category. I think it'll be a good game. It's just there's a lot of stuff there for me that I'm not liking.
What, for example?
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Exactly, but
understandable. I hope you don't have a nice day.
Hold on.
Oh man.
What don't you like? What don't you like?
Him swinging a lightsaber makes no sense because the lightsaber is not heavy. That's one of the things. That's just a detail.
What?
And when you watch him swing a lightsaber, my boy, a lightsaber is not 15 pounds.
I mean,
Devil's
Advocate, they were swinging lightsabers like that in freaking the original Star Wars movies.
It looks like those. It doesn't look any different from the movies or the other prior games.
So with that, I knew somebody was gonna bring this up. The reason that I have a
Devil's Advocate, dude.
The reason that I laugh at that is because when you see them swing, they're swinging it to put more force behind it. He's swinging it like that normally. I'm like, son, no. The bitch, like, maybe 2 pounds at best. 3. The shit ain't fucking 50. Also,
some people, when they punch slowly. He swings slow, bro.
It is what it is. Like, there's a lot of things there that I think are good, but there's a lot of stuff there that y'all can't blame me for not particularly liking. Like, I feel like some of the combat to me just doesn't look fun to play, personally. And y'all should Y'all should know I was like this. I'm a reserve judgment. I think this game could be good. It's Respawn working on it. Respawn hasn't made a bad game yet. I'm gonna let them breathe. This to me just looks like Stig Ogneson, Lord bless him, may God of War 3, This is the difference, and people who follow God of War know this. When Corey left and did whatever he did, I forget where he went. He left a fucking guideline of what to do with God of War 3. I'm really starting to believe that most of that was him and not Stick. I'm really starting to believe.
My thing is, they have good writers, though, on this game instead of God of War 3. Like, Chris Avellone and the guy who wrote Mafia 3 is on the game, too, so I have, like, no...
That's cool and all. That's cool and all. I have no problem with that. I just personally can't. I can't care. I can't. That's not enough. Like, that's not enough to curtail the issues that I'm seeing with this game. I might change my feelings on that. If they show more gameplay and it looks different and better than that, things could change and I'll be down to buy it. It's just right now I'm not fucking with it. But yeah, moving on. Blair Witch.
That game looked like he didn't even know we didn't see gameplay.
Yeah, that's coming out in August too.
Hey man, y'all know I'm the
VR
game connoisseur, dog. But the fact that we didn't see gameplay, I don't know.
Look,
wasn't that gameplay though?
No,
cuts of gameplay at least.
No.
It
was a cinematic trailer, basically letting us know what game it was. Really.
If it's spooky, you should be used to it. Get it. But yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely a no for me. It looks like Outlast, so no, I don't like that, so I'm good.
Moving on, we gonna be hitting some of these topics quick because the last ones are just like whatever topics. Except for there's a couple of here that are still quality. Microsoft Flight Simulator, also known as people are gonna do some naughty things with this, and I'm not down for that. Y'all already know what they're gonna do.
Let's go.
No, that ain't it. You know what they're gonna do.
I'm definitely
Jigga already saying it, dude.
Yeah, chill out.
I ain't seen it. I'm gonna do it. What you mean,
dude? Even in flight school, people do that shit.
I'm like, y'all really some real motherfuckers. Y'all all right? I mean, graphically it looks amazing, but
oh yeah, it does. I think graphics is like probably the best looking like graphics in that whole entire press conference.
Look way better than Forza. Oh man.
Speaking of Forza, Lego Forza, be out here in your Lego McLaren. Yeah.
It was free. Try it, but it's not so good.
Wasteland 3.
Don't you have Game Pass?
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the Game Pass version of it, though.
I mean, you get the Ultimate Edition with Game Pass.
No, you get the regular.
Yeah,
the normal one. That's what I got the normal.
Where is that? Wait, I have Microsoft Flight Simulator on it twice. What the fuck?
I signed up for the beta on that.
Wasteland 3. So if you didn't play Wasteland 1 or 2, they are CRPGs. And if you want to experience them, I suggest you play 2 and then play 3. It's pretty much Wasteland is basically like Fallout 1 and 2.
I'm good.
Yeah, because I know y'all don't play RPGs.
RPGs, but not like no top-down shit.
Yeah, because that's how most original like RPGs started as like Zort type shit, and then it moved to that.
It moved better, so I should play the better versions of it.
No, you just like you got it. You got it. Battletoads.
Meh.
That new art style is just ass to me.
Because it looks like
I noticed that because I like a couple probably 3 weeks ago was playing it on the Xbox One at work, and yeah, it looks very different than the art style than the new one that they're doing. So that's a big pass for me.
Battletoads looks a lot of like.
Didn't look bad to me.
What's the name? Is the new Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I know the new one that looks with the goofy ass.
Yeah, that looks exactly like that style.
Yeah, basically.
I saw it, like, bro. My little cousin came over. She was watching this shit. I said, I need to get her watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 03 immediately. I was like, I can't have these children looking at this bullshit. I got upset. She was laughing. I was like, fuck your laughs, kid. I have never like no real talk. Like keeping it $1.50 with y'all. Y'all fam to me. I've never been more angry. Well, that's like the second time I've ever been that angry in my life at something that made no sense to be angry about. Like literally, I would watch it.
I want to smack you.
Ah man, that's just a disgrace to the Turtles.
That
man.
shit, bro. My thing is like,
Funny, bro. It's
Strat, you a
funny.
Strat, you a Turtles fan. Of
Yep.
all the cartoons, the closest to get to the comics is the 03 one. That's the closest we got.
03 one is awesome. I like the 2012 one too.
Ugh.
I
You got.
actually liked. I rewatched like the first few seasons recently.
I mean, listen. I ain't gonna hold you. If you fucking with it, I couldn't. But
It wasn't bad.
03, I can't vouch for
03
like
is the best though. That's my shit.
I can't vouch for Fast Forward, the one where they came back. I can't vouch for that. But 03, perfecto. Phantasy Star Online 2. Now, me, as somebody who loves Phantasy Star to death, I'm playing this as much as I play Destiny. I already play Destiny a lot. I'm gonna be losing my fucking mind. Phantasy Star is fucking fire. I have told y'all stories about playing the Phantasy Star Universe demo, and niggas was asking for pussy and dick pics on the internet for fucking in-game cash.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
Niggas was wilding. I'm about that fucking smoke.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in other platforms as well. So,
last but not least, because there wasn't a lot over here, and then we're gonna talk about the one that actually everybody cares about. Wait a minute. I don't know what just happened, but hey, it happened. State of Decay 2 Heartland. No one cares.
Actually, I do care because it's State
You
of
gonna
Decay 2. Yes, I am. When I finish State of Decay 2.
Dude, you're not gonna finish that. Just put it down. Uninstall it.
It's not that
Or
bad.
you probably have that shit uninstalled already.
I'm not gonna leave this shit.
Nigga, let's co-op that shit. Finish that shit
It's
off.
installed on my PC, bro. Facts, y'all hating.
You a motherfucker. I mean, but yeah, last but not least, the big kahuna of the conference. It was in the first 15 minutes. There were some other titles here that look novel, but I didn't go look at the list for those. I apologize in advance. Cyberpunk. We didn't get gameplay this time around.
I don't care.
All they said was Keanu Reeves, and like, oh shit, game of E3.
Hold on, but no, they gave us a cinematic story trailer. We got some more.
I heard that story trailer is actually part of the game of a longer prologue.
That whole section we got last year, like the Gamescom demo, that's pretty much probably in the first 3 hours, I would assume.
Yeah.
Supposedly they did a behind closed door.
Yeah, we won't see
demo
that
for like
till
50 minutes, and they said look forward to it probably like in August. They'll probably release
Gamescom.
it.
Gamescom. Yeah. To explain some stuff, basically, the chip, that chip is actually from like the tabletop. And to explain, like, there's a lot of shit there that you won't get unless you fuck with Cyberpunk shit. But long story short, Keanu Reeves' character is Johnny Silverhand from the tabletop, who was the lead singer of a band called Samurai. And that goes back to when they did the character customization and creation stuff. You had 3 characters you could choose from the pen and paper as your like idol, pretty much. You had Johnny Silverhand, Morgan Blackhand, Subaru Arasaka. Now, these names don't really make much sense without understanding them, but basically, they're 3 of the most important characters in that whole universe. So that pretty much gives the impression that these characters, though they're pretty much confirming that they died back during 2020, but they'll come through that.
Well, what was the creator saying? He like left it open for where he left
it very open.
Didn't die or something like that.
He did, but the thing about it now is he's pretty much confirming that they died. Because
he's also writing a bridge between 2020 or something to 2077 with Cyberpunk Red or something like that.
Yeah, it will fill in the gap of time between 2020 and 2027. 2077.
Wait, why they start at 2077 then? Why don't they go to 2020?
2020 is already done.
Yeah.
Who did it?
Where?
So you might as well like brush up.
I told you that's the
brush up, dude.
paper tabletop.
Also, read
I'm talking about the game.
You ain't getting no game for it. You just getting the tabletop. Now go play it.
Yeah, go play the tabletop, dude.
Why would they start at 2020 was there? Why don't they just start up there?
We ain't starting there. You should have fucking played the table.
And then you gotta also read the book.
You can hold on, Jigga. Fuck that. You like reading, Jigga? I know you like reading, Jigga.
Yes, I do.
Go read the source books, Jigga. Go read the wiki, Jigga. I ain't even mad at you no more. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Chief.
And read Cyberpunk Red when it comes out.
No, I'm good.
What do you mean you're good?
IBG. PS9 reading motherfucker. But yeah, as I said, we are at the end of the Xbox section. To which I got to say, now we can loop back and talk about what I want to talk about with games with as a service. Well, not even as a service, Game Pass and Microsoft. Every time they talk about Game Pass, it becomes more and more insidious to the products and more toxic to the products that they're putting out. Because whose stream was that in? Whose stream was that in? Was it? It was your stream, right, Hardhead, or was it Jack's? I forget.
What we was talking about.
No, it might have been Jack's stream where I was talking about Game Pass. And people get mad at me because I said it devalues their products.
It does.
But everybody's doing it now, though.
Yeah, but my thing is, this is the problem. Everyone's doing it because they know the value proposition for them is fucked. Like, you can't, Ubisoft case, you can't really get people to want to spend $60 on Assassin's Creed when it's basically the same fucking shit. Same thing with Ghost Recon. Though Ghost Recon is the only real kind of tactical shit you can get other than Arma, and fuck playing Arma right now because Arma 4 is coming out soon, and I'll just rather wait for that. Like, there's no real way to get that type of shit, so you're kind of stuck. Like, I'm not trying. Like, and my thing is, I think Breakpoint has a lot of good things going with it. My thing is, I won't negate any points of anybody saying it looks the same as Wildlands because it really does. Like, the value proposition there's no real value in it if you've already played some of the other games. So why spend $60? It's the same problem here. Like, you've told people that you do not want them buying your games like full sell at $60. You rather them go and get what? How much is Game Pass a month? $10, $15 if you get Ultimate, something like that?
Usually $1.
No, I think it's like 10.
Yes, yeah, 10.
Regular Game Pass is like 10.
So they've already told all of us who own the Xbox, if you buy our games for $60, you're fucking stupid. Because
yeah.
Like, that's what they're basically conveying to us. And my thing is, as someone who owns an Xbox, who bought one for fucking $300, because Lord knows I wouldn't pay $500. Like, what's the value? Why should I go out and buy a game from Xbox at all? There's no value.
Nope.
I mean, if you want a steel case, get that gear steel case.
I'll choke.
Hey, man, they're trying to go on other platforms as well.
And my thing is, going back to that, like, this is basically a rumor that has been pseudo confirmed that Microsoft was willing to put Halo Infinite on PS4. That's not even a joke.
They do that.
No, the reason that they haven't put Master Chief Collection, any of that shit on Nintendo or anything else is because they want to put. Well, I think Nintendo already has it. They want to put Xbox Live on PS4. Sony not going for that. Like, for example, there's like an interview with Rod Ferguson and somebody else talking about Game Pass. Let me see if I can find it. I'll post it so folks can watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree Game Pass is hurting their games, but in certain time it's not, because like there's certain games where like I doubt anybody was going to buy Crackdown 3, and I know they probably got some money from it because people bought Game Passes to play it. So.
Well, I don't even think Crackdown 3 made like any money because it wasn't even the top like 50 Xbox game played list.
But it was on Game Pass.
That also includes Game Pass though, and it wasn't even the top 50.
That's a problem.
I don't think it matters whether or not the game gets played. Like, all the games get a cut just from Game Pass itself, just for being on Game Pass. But the problem is that it's not a long sustaining thing. Just like how people talk about Epic Games and them buying exclusives for a limited time. They know as well that shit can't last them a long time.
Well, Game Pass is different though.
How?
Because like any subscription service, their plan is to put it out at that price. You do it like maybe like I'll just pay.
Are you talking about the $10 price?
Say I'll pay $10 to forget about it, and then you forget about that you're even paying, and you just continue paying for like years. You know what I mean?
Look, that's where the issue.
That's what they hope happens.
But that's where the issue comes in, Strat, because I can't think of people that are paying more than $1 for Game Pass right now. And for them, this is how I see it. For them making up for the people that are only paying $1, they're trying to put Game Pass as a service that exists on everything. That way, since everybody's only paying $1 for it, they somehow make reparations. But it's not something that'll last a long time. It's gonna come back to bite them in the ass one day because that business plan can't last them forever. At least the way they're doing it. The way they're doing it ain't working.
People to get on the subscription with $1 and hope that they don't cancel the next day. It's kind of what they're trying to do.
Like example, I just asked a friend of mine what games he getting in September. He had Gears 5 on his list. I said, dude, don't do that to yourself. Don't forget about Games Pass. And he was like, oh shit, you're right. I only got to pay $1 for it.
Why you hating, bro? Damn,
the man named like 5 games. I wasn't gonna let the man waste his money, dog.
No, hating that nigga, bro.
Oh man,
always trying to block Xbox sales, bro.
What? No, but
no, I'm just joking though. But yeah,
it comes back to I'm trying to find this interview still. So like,
I would just tell people
it comes back to the value proposition. It's like, what's the fucking point of paying $60? Can anybody tell me?
I never pay $60 for a game. What you mean?
I paid $60 for one Xbox game, and it was Forza Horizon 4. I paid $100 for it.
Woo, baby.
I'm probably the only person here who plays racing games. Redhood.
Oh man, you know how I feel.
I think it was E3. I think it may have been E3 Coliseum or something like that. It might have been. I'm really looking for this because it, like, when you listen to what he says. Oh, hold on. Maybe Achilles sent it to me. Let me go check. Shout out to Achilles. That's the homie right there. Nah, he didn't. Fuck. But no, it like I'm gonna find this shit and post it on Twitter. Fuck it. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. But it just comes back to the point of these like, because this is the thing. They're making design decisions in Gears because the new mode arcade, they announced that there's arcade and then there's comp again. You're basically saying that there's 2 separate experiences for Gears now. There's not one singular experience for the game. And that's a problem. Because now I'm like, bro, because we already hear this when we play Gears now. Oh, I don't want to play this. I don't want to play that. It's like, bro, there needs to be one unified experience because we have casuals and we have the hardcore. The casuals have never once supported Gears past the fucking first month. Never. They don't give a fuck about the game. The people who give a fuck about Gears are the people who still playing it to this fucking day.
This day.
Like,
I mean, I'm a casual, but I still play it to this day. Only on Game Pass though, so.
Oh man.
But the point, like, even still, at least you tried, Jigga. I can't be mad at you. But the problem is, it's like they're making design decisions based off of the fact that they know that they're on Game Pass instead of being a $60 title. Like, that fucks with the shit. Like, I'm not trying to have that.
Yeah, because a lot of probably game devs are probably going to, instead of going for the AAA single player game, which, yes, that may, well, it ain't going to sell well, but it's like, if it's on Game Pass, it's like, it's probably not going to sell well. People going to pay that $10, beat it, and then be done with it. So it's like, that sucks for you if you put all this time into making it. Like, that's why nobody's going to put 3 years into making a game, because, like, they probably not going to get that money back and whatever. Because, like, people gonna pay Game Pass. Like, people who did with, what was that straw game that EA had? Yarny or whatever that shit's called?
Unravel.
Unravel. People played the thing, beat that shit, and then were like, oh, I'm done. Like, bruh.
Just like, what's that? The co-op game that they had last year with the 2 brothers and shit?
A Way Out?
Way
Out,
Out,
yeah.
Well, I know people who paid that, and I played it with them. Oh, man, but yeah. But anyways, if you're gonna support a game, make sure y'all buy what's that fucking game?
Okay, guys, still play Gears. I'll pay full price, no problem. Roast me. Not my thing is same old. There's nothing like, bro. You and me will buy that game $60, no problem, because we love Gears. The problem is the fact that they're making design decisions based off of Game Pass. That's the issue here, because it just shows that Microsoft has no willingness to compete and actually make products that actually like do anything.
I said that earlier. I feel like everybody on this podcast has one of those 3, platform games, Halo, Gears, or Forza, where they pay $60 for each one of us.
But to me, the only games I don't pay $60 for are the games I don't want to play, like Sea of Thieves and like Halo. I mean, Gears. I like that Steelcase look fire. I might get that Steelcase version. But usually, if it's a game I want, I pay full price for it. Like I don't like paying like Game Pass for games I really want, because I know that $60 help more than that fucking $10. Like,
well, my thing is the problem that I don't even want to talk. Fuck all this. Let me slander Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer. Nobody should say your name. Nobody should ever talk to you. Nobody should ever say your name to me ever again, because you have done nothing at all in your role except for buy studios to support Game Pass. That is all. I'm gonna try my best not to bring your name up again. But still, for old time's sake, Philly Spence, the bitch.
oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, we've been on this talk. We got like topics we got to go through. Yeah.
Bethesda, fuck all this shit. Bethesda.
Yeah, skip they bitch ass.
Do y'all just want to skim through like Bethesda? And, like
all we can say about Bethesda is
Rapid
that they
fire.
should not have gone to E3. They shouldn't have gone to E3
They didn't
last year.
really-
It's like it makes no damn sense why they had a press conference.
But Cliff Notes, we got hours.
Nah, I think that Orion shit definitely deserves some attention.
You don't need a press conference for it though. You could just straight up.
We got
They did a stage demo.
that's fine.
Oh, what was it? Deathloop? That actually looked good though. Deathloop.
We got Ghostwire Tokyo, which is the new game coming from.
They definitely deserved a press conference this year.
They had Ghostwire Tokyo, which is the new game coming from Kenji Ifune. Is it Kenji Ifune? Wait a minute. I get my name with the fucking Capcom motherfuckers mixed up. I got
That's the game from the chick who
Was
did
it
the kick.
One of the
or no?
no, that's not Kenji
Tango
Ifune.
GameWorks.
Yeah, Tango Game. I almost say Grasshopper Manufacturer. I'm like, wrong studio.
Oh, is that the chick who did that little thing and people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They sex suckers. She was Asian, bro. Oh man,
I mean,
poor
I
Asian woman.
thought she was just cool because I'm like, listen, you got to have a certain type of energy and like swagger about you to do this shit on stage. I rocks with her. She
That
don't.
game actually looks like it might be. I hope it's interesting.
Well, we didn't get any gameplay of it, so I mean,
Yeah, we probably won't till next year.
It could turn out to be another Quiet Man. So yeah, I'm gonna fall back.
No, that's Tango.
yeah.
Look, I
we
don't know.
Yeah, we got Tango, which is the studio of who made Resident Evil? Shit, this is gonna bother
Shinji.
Shinji Mikami. There.
Yeah.
I always hate those two people's names because I always say Infune because I hate Infune on a certain level because of the fact that he fucked everybody over with Mega Man for so many years. But yeah, we got Depth Loop. I'm not in debt, so Death Loop.
Yes,
Which
it actually looked pretty good.
Doom Eternal.
Shout out to having 2 black protagonists that actually look like black people.
Facts. Doom Eternal, which looks like more Doom. I mean, I don't want more than that. So, Fallout 76, new NPCs are coming back. Who the fuck cares? This game is dead. Elder Scrolls Blades coming to the Switch. Go play that if you want. Commander Keen was actually a surprise for me because I didn't play Commander King, but I had family members talk about Commander King, so I was like, okay, so this is what it is. And then we got Rage 2 DLC. Jigga, you gonna stream that? I'm gonna watch it. So that's that. PC.
Oh man,
I just told you were. Fuck you, me.
I already beat that game, bro.
DLC now, motherfucker.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's that conference. Now we can move on to PC Gaming Conference.
Skip.
Chivalry 2 El Hio. Evil Genius 2 War Domination. I think it's already out, right? Somebody
Let me check. Yeah.
somebody check, please, if y'all don't mind. I'm really just killing time until we get to Square Enix and Nintendo. I'm just trying to get through these stuff.
It's coming out 2020.
All right, take that back. Yeah, Genesis Noir, which looks pretty good. Griftlands, Last Oasis, Maneater, Midnight Ghost Hunt, Mosaic, per Aspera.
Man, you just zooming past some of these games. Some of that shit was heat, especially Midnight Ghost Hunt.
All right, just
Look
talk
like-
about the Heat, dude. Let's skip the rest, bro.
Man, Midnight Ghost Hunt looked like they finally done prop hunt right, though.
Okay. Like if you like, my thing is with these topics, if you feel like you want to expand on something, feel free. I do not mind. The only things I'm gonna be talking about here are like per Aspera looks amazing. I'm gonna cop that. Remnant from the Ashen look good. I'm gonna try to cop that. The real meat and potatoes is the last like 4 games in Shenmue. So first we're gonna talk about Shenmue 3 situation because Shenmue 3 situation is actually kind of a problem.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and Hardhead, you know how much I don't want to talk about this.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Shit.
I mean, he has to though, bro.
No, dude, no, I don't even care about the whole Epic situation. I care about like why that game looks ass.
Because it was
A lot of
like
fanboys are fucking attacking me and shit like that for saying out the fucking terrible facial animations and the way how like outdated it looks and stuff like that. But if it was any other game, it would be crucified.
it'd be like this sometimes. But anywho, moving on to Shenmue 3 situation. So Shenmue 3, if y'all remember E3 of Dreams, it got announced as a Kickstarter game, and it's been in development all this time. They got pushed back, and finally it's supposed to be coming out this year in November. Or is it October? I forget. I don't know. It's coming out this year, just know that. And originally it was supposed to come to Steam, but due to the publisher of the game, which is Deep is it Deep Silver? I assume it's Deep Silver. Deep Silver. Shenmue 3 is now exclusively going to be on the Epic Game Store. Now, I have no problem with this. Be on whatever store you want to be. They give you a fat ass check. Who am I to judge, you know? But the problem here is you made promises to the people who kickstarted your game that it was going to be on Steam. Which leads to a whole nother conundrum of problems based off of this. So now you're caught up in a bunch of bullshit. Personally, I don't care, but the moment that I saw this news, I was like, this is going to go left. It also brings up into another point what's going on with Epic Games and some other shit going on with them. I'm not going to talk about it. Y'all discuss this.
I agree with, I was watching Easy Allies yesterday, and I agree with Damiani's take, you know. The game should come above your own, like, I'm good, like he was a bit blunt, pettiness, you know, and I'm kind of like in agreement with him. Like the game, like you've been waiting for this game like for a decade. A launcher shouldn't come between you and playing the game, you know. But
well, damn near 20 years.
So if I buy the game on Xbox and they tell me it's only going to be on PlayStation, I'm gonna be salty.
Shenmue 2 dropped in 2001. You've been waiting for this game for damn near 20 years, which is 18 years to be exact.
But if I bought it, if I pay for it to be on this platform, you can't tell me, oh, well, you got to go download this other platform. Like, but I download this platform, the one y'all told me it's going to be on. Y'all got my money based on it being on this other platform. So that's how I feel. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. Like, I really feel like if you're that hung up on the launcher, you're dumb. But
what I was about to say, I feel like they justified in saying
they have their point though.
I feel like they still justified in saying that if your only reason for requesting a refund is because of the launcher, we can't give you no refund.
No, I disagree with that because look, if I wanted it on this platform and you tell me it's not going to be on that platform, it doesn't matter.
I mean, though, being devil's advocate, did they specifically say Steam platform or did they say PC release?
At first, it just said PC, but later on, like in the Kickstarter, it like said PC. But then you would get an email to say like Steam and like the fine print and shit like that.
Yeah, so basically, but my thing is, yeah, because it's a Kickstarter and there's no real rules attached, they can change it, but you still look crazy as fuck. Also, shout out to Mesh. He said they had the Steam page as well. So, like, it just goes back to the problem of.
My thing is, didn't Epic say they weren't going to do this anymore? That's the whole thing.
Hey, Jigga sound like this, Marquis. That's why. No, but it just goes to the fact money talks, bullshit walks. They give you a bag. Shit.
I mean, I don't give a shit about the game either way because that game looks ass.
By the way, I forgot another game from earlier. Valfaris looks good. Go check it out. Also, please, all the games we talk about, please go find a trailer and give them a look. Don't know what it might change your mind or whatever. The gameplay might be something you like, not like. Please go look at these games and work outside your box of playing shit. You might find something new. That's all I ask. Moving on from that, Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Yeah, this was the highlight of the whole thing. Yeah.
Ooh, which one? I
But-
just played the first one. Wait.
Dude, listen.
Ah, bitches.
No, you're not listening. Listen, gosh dang, I did my reaction and I was just like, listen, the game looks awesome. I haven't played the first game. I said that, and people were like, all right, dude, there's a tabletop, and then there's the game for the PS2 generation. I was like, I don't know if I want to play the first one because it might be outdated. They're saying, no, it stands the test of times, and plus there's like an unofficial patch, and I'll like up-res everything to make it look good and shit like that. Someone linked it to me on my channel on the video, and I was like, okay, cool. I might actually, give it a chance. So.
Oh yeah, don't. Please know with this game, I pull cards because I know a bunch of people who claim they ain't played it, but like they played it but never played it. I beat the fuck out of this game.
Yeah, but the game looks good. It's like you have your own dialogue options and shit like that, and I guess different factions you get to choose from, and it's like they're actually like vampires and monsters and shit like that. So I'm down for it.
Can't clap nobody.
I do have a problem with how they showed it at the gaming show. There was like this whole 7-8 minute gameplay trailer showcase, dialogue options, gameplay characters, and they didn't even really show all this. Like they just showed us some environments, and then they answered some questions, and then at the end they directed us to this website, and then after they have all this awesome stuff that we didn't even get to see in the show. Like, why didn't you show this stuff?
Yeah, that's how conferences work, Chief. It'd be like that. Yeah, Bloodline. Anybody gonna try Bloodlines 2?
Yeah, I said that.
I ain't talking about y'all two. I'm talking about these other three.
Oh man,
No.
of course, Strat doesn't play no good games. What do you expect?
No, because if I tried, then I didn't play the first one. Y'all gonna talk shit, so now I'm not gonna.
I was talking. Well, hold on. First and foremost, I talked shit about that because I was just checking to see if somebody was gonna say that. If you play the second one, you didn't play the first one, but you're interested, I don't mind that. Go ahead. Also, I do suggest that you try the first game. I do. You don't have.
I don't play all games. I'm good.
Oh, just play 2. I mean, the thing about it is, Bloodlines 2 is detached to a degree from the first one. There's like characters that are gonna carry over, but there's not anything super.
Isn't it like it happens in a different area too?
It happens at the grunge capital of the world.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? I need to answer.
Isn't it San Francisco? I think.
You have it right. It's a city that is.
Let me look on my video comment and I'll give you. Hey man, they told me this guy gave me like a paper on this like game. Like I kid you not. He was like letting me know about the lore and shit. And I'm just like, gosh dang man, this man knows his shit about it. He was saying
I'll give you the first three. I'll give you the first 3 letters. Okay, there you go.
Look, I'm tired of waiting on this man. What? Oh man.
Yeah, it's the grunge capital of the world. And watch somebody say, "What the fuck is grunge?" And I'm like, "Oh God."
Oh man, they haven't heard the greatness known as Nirvana. I feel sorry for you.
I was thinking more Alice in Chains, but that's a good one too.
I'm restricting Nirvana dog.
I fuck with it. I fuck with Nirvana. They heat. Literally heat.
I want to see more of like the combat in this game.
Combat is gonna be, and I say this strictly, depending on how you spec. Because it's an RPG's RPG, just like Cyberpunk is going to be an RPG's RPG. It's very much
world.
Yeah, so he's saying that the game takes place in Seattle. The second one, the first one takes place in LA. By the way, even lore-wise, all the crazy shit happens in LA because of amazing characters there.
I just want to point something out. It took you like 5 minutes to find something in Jiggaapril.
Nah, dude, it was not 5 minutes. That shit was 2 minutes.
It was actually 3. I was just being nice.
Oh man.
But yeah, moving off of Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, I ain't finna say that long ass title. Fuck that. Warhammer, Vermintide 12 versus. Does anybody really care about Vermintide 2?
Nope.
Okay, we can move on.
Nope.
Warframe, Empyrean expansion. You go to Grenier shit. I don't play Warframe. Somebody not known as me can expand on this.
Okay, I heard the word Warframe, and why every? Because I'm sorry, I'm having a side argument, and it's actually about Warframe. But can you explain what's going on with Warframe? You talking about the update?
New expansion, yeah.
I couldn't tell you what's going on with that, though. I'll be honest. No, it's because I'll get on for like the newest update and then get right back off. That's just how Warframe is. It's a drop in, drop out type game.
I don't really have the gameplay.
But look, from what they showed, there's been this system that's been in the game since I want to say day one. At least when I first started playing the game, it was there. It's called the clan rails, and as long as they've been there, they haven't had much of any real use to your clan yet. And it looks like, at least because that's also the name of the expansion. It's something rails, but it looks like they finally gave a reason for the clan rails existing, to where it looks like there's going to be ship v ship combat in outer space, to where you can like board the other team's ship and try to kill them while someone's driving one of each of the ships, trying to blow each other up. It's like their newest take on PvP. That's at least what it looked like, because PvP, at least in the last form that people cared about, it wasn't really nothing to brag about. But this seems like this is it. Ship v ship combat in outer space. It's basically like Star Trek, but we space ninjas. Ain't that what Star Trek do? They be boarding other people's ships.
Star Trek
Which show is that? It's a Star Trek type show where they be boarding other people's ships and shit like that.
Star Trek is about like
Battlestar Galactica.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
Same.
My man, he just said Star. I'm like, we gotta go through all this shit. Battlestar, Star Wars, fucking Firefly. I'm like, God, he made me go through the list. I'm over here trying to go through the Rolodex in my head.
You can want to be.
But yeah, I mean, by the way, Hardhead, just to put you up on game, the clan rails got taken out a while ago, and then I think they're just now putting them back in.
Yeah, I haven't been in my clan dojo in a long time, sir. So I wouldn't even notice.
Clan dojo. Wow.
It was one of the many times I tried to get into the game and then I gave up because shit wouldn't work.
I wouldn't even notice. My dojo was like on the bottom floor. I mean, my rails are on the bottom floor. I don't even go to them no more.
I don't blame you, baby. But back to these topics. Last topic for the PC gaming show: Zombie Army 4, Dead War. Super giant fucking Nazi Hitler with a upside down pentagon on his head, and I was like, okay, I guess. It seems like it's going to be more of the same with the other games, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
That was the PC gaming conference. If you want to look up any of the games we talked about or I mentioned very quickly, and we didn't go into details in them.
Oh, real quick, JG Wentworth, if you ever need help with Finding a Dog, I got you. That's probably the one Ubisoft game I will religiously play. I really can't fuck with them the rest of that shit though.
All right, let's go to Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Watch Dogs Legion, which
trash.
No, this is my game of the show personally.
Game of the show? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty interesting.
He said Ubisoft, but this is the thing. I like what they're doing with it in terms of like how they're handling mechanics and characters, because there's not one set character, and the fact that permadeath is a thing, so there's actual character investment. So if you invest into a character and they die,
so does it just unlimited characters? So I could just kill.
It's just NPCs. You get to.
What if you kill everybody?
No, it's just,
no.
Strat asking a good question. Can I kill like the entire fucking population?
What if I just kill everybody I see?
That's impossible.
Like if I just recruit,
Like, so many
well, look, that'd be kind of difficult too, Strat, because you have to do like like basically an orientation mission for
You
them.
know, now I kind of want to play this and just kill everybody.
Strat
That's
really.
I don't think you
you have
can
to
do
kill
that.
thousands and thousands.
Hey, I'm
Hey
here to-
man,
Strat really. Strat, go look how many.
I'm down with
how many
that.
people live in fucking London right now. Go look at.
I doubt they'll have the
I also
population
feel
of
like you'd be
London.
wasting your life just doing that shit.
They're not, but my thing is the point stands that hold on, I'll do it for you. London. How many people live in fucking London?
Man, don't just tell me that
The population of London as of 2011 by the United Nations, I guess when they did the census or whatever, is 8.136 million people.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna be able to.
Y'all really think 8 million people are gonna be in this game?
Of course, I think thousands and thousands probably.
My thing is the point about it is you're not going to be able to kill every character or kill your characters based off the fact that you probably start with like 7 characters and we don't even know what the effect is if you kill all of them. They probably won't even let you. But anyway.
See, my whole issue with the game is not even the combat and stuff. I think side quests, just because of Ubisoft fashion, they're not going to be good. It's going to be your typical Ubisoft open world, I feel. Like, this system will be great, but then when you think about story as well, it's going to be ass, I feel, because you're not following one select character. It's just these other NPCs in their life, and it's just like, I don't feel like that's great going from different perspectives like that. And it's like, keep going, and it's like you just don't feel invested in the story.
I do feel like that. Not exactly where your point is. The flip side of where I'm going with it, because I feel like that's more interesting because of the fact you don't have a set character. My problems with Watch Dogs 1 and 2 is I don't really care for either of those protagonists. I feel like, and the funny thing is, I like Watch Dogs 1's protagonist more than I like 2's. The problem with Watch Dogs 2 is a tonality problem. Like, I care about none of the characters. None of the shit feels remotely interesting. Marcus as a character is bland as fuck, and it's a bunch of mean humor. Like, and then the flip side of that is Watch Dogs 1, there's a very serious tone because it's like, I'll say it like this. Watch Dog 1 is like when you first find out about the dark web and the shit that goes on there, and then Watch Dogs 2 is like, oh, bro, I just hack with my friends for memes. Like, what the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to think that these are the same games in the same fucking series? What? Like, it just makes zero sense to me, but I think this new one could be all right. It drops, what, March 2020? No.
Yeah, March.
Oh, that's gonna be a big skip then if it's March.
Yeah, it's in a spooky month, bro.
Because I'm getting Final Fantasy and a couple other games, so that's a big skip, I think. Then.
People Final Fantasy 7.
Yep.
Y'all really supporting Square.
Like, I don't
these
get it
levels.
though. The whole Final Fantasy thing. It's gonna be like, how many games is that gonna be?
I think somebody said 2 or 3.
I say 3.
Like-
Probably 3 to 4.
3 min or 4 max.
Why did I hear you can get to where the first one's gonna end in like 5 hours somewhere?
Are you
no,
No, don't be listening to these.
Yeah, you're listening to Alex. It's like
I
They're
don't know.
expanding
I
a
have no
bunch of
experience with that. So
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know.
yeah, you're talking about like they're okay.
Well, wait.
We'll talk about it in a bit.
We'll talk
I
about
see.
when we get there.
Yeah.
Because I saw that and I was like, that's an assumption that we have nothing to corroborate that as anything. Gods and Monsters got announced. I think it looks pretty interesting. Me and
It
Hardhead.
looked like some kind of Zelda game.
And that game comes out in February with no gameplay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Then we got Roller.
That's true. Am I wrong, Hardhead?
I mean, have
February
you,
is a long time
have
away,
you seen the
though.
article about why they might not be showing that gameplay at these things anymore?
No one's. They didn't say anything.
Well,
All
my
these
thing
people
is like the only excuse is next gen's coming, so there's no real point. But at the same time, it's like you still want to show gameplay.
But that game's not going to come out for next gen. That game's coming out in February.
I know that's the issue. I'm gonna talk about Uplay Plus at the end of this, but we got Roller Champions, me and Hardhead's favorite new game.
Oh man, I hit 3,000 fans yesterday, dog.
Is this shit still up or is it down now?
It should be down by now.
Let me go delete it.
Yeah, same here.
It wasn't much else to talk about. They talked about the
Yeah, it was
Division 2 DLC, which I'm gonna be honest. I played Division 2. I like the first maybe give or take 96 hours. Everything after that is fucking average.
What?
Yeah, it sucks, bro. It's boring.
It's not even that it's like inherently bad. It's like I feel no reason to play the game because of the way that they're doing things or the direction they're taking it in. It's like
What game?
Division 2.
Oh. I mean, you said boring after 97 hours. That's a long fucking shit.
Now, my thing is, and this is my thing. I played 96 plus hours. I'm saying 96 because that's like at the low end. I think the maximum I put in is probably closer to 200. But the problem still remains with Division 2 is leveling up was bullshit because that's pretty much the bulk of the game. Once you hit 30 and then you do the bullshit like at that point, there's no real reason. Like
I mean, I guess you're saying the same about Destiny too, though. It's just people like doing it.
The thing about Destiny is it doesn't take literally most of your time is not spent like trying to get to level 30 or whatever. Literally, most of the time in Destiny is in game. Most of your time in Division 2 is you trying to get to end game. Like that's the difference.
I disagree. I feel like they're the same. Well, actually, you know what? The Division has more story, so they kind of like spatial leveling out during the story part. So
My thing
the only thing they would do is like get rid of the story. I mean, get rid of most of the story, and they don't want to do that. I guess I don't know.
Somebody said, "What the giveaways I promise." I ain't promise y'all no damn giveaways. Don't lie on my name like this. It is what it is. They show DLC, it's whatever. But yeah. Then we got Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, which who cares about that? Oh yeah, by the way, we saw Sam Fisher in that, so no Splinter Cell. And also we got Ghost Recon, John Bernthal's Ghost Recon.
Yep. With his dog.
Yes, his dog. I'm pretty sure Kurt Angle's in the game too. There's a reason I said that. I want to see who figures it out.
Isn't it because John Bernthal's one of their family members is like married to Kurt's family or some shit like that, right?
He's married to his niece, but there you go. Yeah. But yeah, that's Ubisoft. Well, by the way, we're giving scores after we finish Nintendo, and then we're gonna talk about one last topic.
Everything's trash.
Sure.
Sure, hush your mouth.
Now we're at Square Enix, so we're gonna start with the part that DMV fan wants to talk about: Marvel's Avengers.
Ew.
I don't think it looks I would have liked to see some gameplay because it seems like people are mixed with it.
Have you not seen the leaked gameplay?
No, I've seen it. I can't judge that shit, dude. The lighting is fucking awful.
The fucking quality, crazy.
I'm not watching that. No.
Like I watched, I could not tell if the gameplay
It looks stiff as hell, though.
Could not even tell.
But
you can't tell.
I know a lot of people are upset about the character designs, and I'm like, why?
You can change the costumes anyway, so.
Yeah,
no. I was gonna say I see a lot of YouTubers that never spoke about video games in their whole life that have been talking about this shit. A lot of movie YouTubers as well, and just complaining that it doesn't look like MCU or MCU actors aren't in this fucking game. And it seems to me there's this disconnect that they think that this is a movie licensed game when it's not the case at all. It's gonna most likely be a Marvel's Games universe, which I've been saying since Spider-Man. And it's just and people need to realize they're not gonna hire these freaking actors like, oh no, they can, or this likeness is like, bruh, that you're gonna put Square Enix under if they were to do some shit. Robert Downey Jr., not including Endgame, Infinity War, that man got paid $70-something million to be in that freaking movie. That would bankrupt Square Enix to have all those freaking actors in that game. It's ridiculous to complain about that shit. Now, some of the designs, yeah, I can understand people's complaints, but talking about one of these actors in the game or their likeness, then I have an issue with.
I don't think I've seen anybody ask specifically to be putting the MCU actors in it. But I can understand. You have to understand it's also kind of bullshit because the Avengers that they're using is the MCU Avengers.
Well, not technically. First and foremost, I'm about to kill that. Hold on. First and foremost, that is one team of numerous Avenger squads that have existed. They only know that team because of the fact that that's the most popular team right now because that's the one the movies have shown them. They're a bit like, for example, Captain America has never ever in his life been an OG Avenger. He has founding status because he is one of the most popular comic characters of all time. He has retroactive status of being that nigga because Captain America just happens to be that nigga. He was never a part of the Avengers originally. The original Avenger squad, to my recollection, is Iron Man, fucking Ant-Man, Wasp, and I'm missing a couple characters. Black Widow has never been an original Avenger. Hawkeye was a villain during that time period. What the fuck are these folks talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I'm not talking about the gaming people. I'm talking about the people that don't play games that are now covered.
They have no place to stand on.
I know, that's what I'm saying too.
Not you. I'm talking about in general. Like if you want to say, oh, I think the design could be better. It's like I saw people complaining about Captain America's design. I'm like, bro, if you were gonna be Captain America modern and not wearing some spandex fuckboy suit, you would be wearing body armor like that.
Yeah, I actually like that design. Actually,
But it makes logical sense to wear. Like, that's the thing that fucking irks me. It's like the thing about MCU designs is MCU designs are fantastical to a degree. They make sense to a degree. Other than that, they're mostly fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, if you were gonna be a modern Captain America, you would wear body armor because you can run fast, you can hit hard, and you can do all this other shit. You can't take a bullet. You can take a bullet, but you ain't gonna take 50,000 of them shits. It don't work that way. It just don't.
Yeah, and I know Chris. I think Chris has already seen it. I think he was like shown Chris Hemsworth, shown the design at the Men in Black International like press tour or some shit like that, or the premiere. Supposedly he doesn't care for it, but I'm like, wait.
What he says matter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
people are using that as well.
That's my problem. You're not. This is my thing. If you're a comic book fan and you think the design could be better, that's one thing. That's you thinking about so many designs that you've seen over the course of however many years you've been reading comics. Some of y'all just know MCU characters. I don't want to hear y'all fucking mouth open.
And I agree with that.
They have extremely forgettable faces.
I don't like how they look, honestly.
Their faces are so forgettable.
I feel they look too much like the MCU characters. They took it, you know what I mean?
They took too much influence. And my thing,
they took too much influence from the MCU.
I would say my only complaints were like Black Widows and
the Hulk. Bruce Banner. He looks.
No, I was fine.
He looked legit.
He looked oddly familiar. Like I'm talking about the Hulk itself. I'm talking about like the Bruce Banner. Like he was wearing the same shit the Hulk was wearing in the first Avengers.
Yeah, you mean
the purple shirt and shit. It's like.
No, the shirt and shit. Yeah, I'm like, that's my problem. It's like
honestly, they have so many like years and years of influence from, man. It's crazy to me.
I almost said 70 plus, but I think it's a bit more than that.
That was 80. They're celebrating 80 years.
Yeah, that's the reason I was about to say 70 plus is a bit off because I was thinking about Captain America. That's the reason I was like, yeah, because I'm thinking about Timely and then the transition of Timely to Marvel. So it's 80.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 80 years this year.
So my thing is, it's like 80 years of comic history. All these costumes, all these designs, but y'all concerned about some MCU shit that y'all just saw started from 2008. Really?
I feel like that's what they're trying to get, you know, to play the game. People like the Marvel movie. And that aren't into games that much.
But the devs also said they didn't want to do that. They were making their own design. They said that themselves. Also, Bill Bozeman said the same thing. And that's changing the cap symbol and stuff like that, and having like the stars out more and shit like that instead of the comic one or the MCU one.
They went very like close to the original Avengers cast to not want to do that.
I disagree with that.
Also, all they're losing from the first Avengers movie is Hawkeye, and they got everybody that was in the MCU.
Hold on, first and foremost, can I just point something out? Anybody who says where's Hawkeye, I'm gonna beat your ass personally. Fuck y'all.
Like all they need is Hawkeye, and they'll be like an exact replica of the first Avengers movie.
Listen, I'm fucking over that shit, but we can talk about the Avengers. By the way, Avengers, no like big expansion DLC, no loot box, booty box, whatever you want to call them.
But there's microtransactions.
Cosmetic.
I didn't understand their like how they put it out. Is that game games as a service?
Yes.
Like, what is it? Like, what is it gonna be? I don't understand it.
Basically, there is a single player portion where it's the main story you'll play as all the different characters. That's what I'm assuming. This is assumption. I know nothing.
And they'll have co-op.
There'll be a whole single player campaign, and then there's a whole co-op campaign. That is my assumption. I do not know this.
Like I feel like the way they explained it at the press conference was confusing as hell.
It is, but that's the reason I'm under the assumption that there's a full single player campaign and then there's a full co-op bullshit campaign.
Yeah, you can play this by yourself. That's what I've heard, and then you can play it with friends, and and then you'll get updated. I don't know when they're gonna do updates, but the way they're gonna make money off of it is with microtransactions, and they did say PS4 will get the beta first, and they're gonna get exclusive type of content. My assumption from seeing E3 Coliseum and being brought up Spider-Man about him being in the game and him like Bill didn't even say no. So it seems to me the PS4 version is going to have like Spider-Man.
But my thing is, if that happens, oh my god,
I feel like it's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of backlash to it, I feel.
Yeah, nah, it does. It depends on which Spider-Man it is, because they might not
from the actual like video game.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It might be Insomniac Spider-Man. He is canon, Redhood. He's a comic book hero now.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying like legit. I've been saying from day one they're gonna do a games universe, and Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was
he said the Avengers are gonna be in the West Coast, and in this game they're in the West Coast right now. So
I mean, the Avengers, I don't know.
So I do feel like people are gonna like get mad. Jigga, weren't you getting mad about me telling you that?
Oh, I said if he's exclusive to PS4, I'm definitely not buying the game. I refuse to support that, bro. Like, I don't do that.
I mean, at the same time,
what I can understand is they give you a skin of that character, but you'll still get Spider-Man.
I think it's gonna be a skin of that character.
It's like PlayStation's not gonna get Spider-Man exclusively. Let's stop with that shit. Nah.
I feel like that's gonna be the case.
That will be the case for me not buying the game. Fuck them. I refuse to give you my money.
Nah, I doubt that. Why? Like I highly doubt that.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Like they'll get the skin of the exclusive content would be the Spider-Man's like skin from the game, I assume. Other than that,
I don't know if it's gonna be skin. I'm saying brace yourself for the worst.
If in that case, Ultimate Alliance wouldn't get Spider-Man on the Switch.
Might be different though. That's not a games universe game.
I'm still saying. I'm just saying. You know.
Ultimate Alliance 3 is like not part of this game universe that they're trying to create.
I understand that, but Spider-Man can't be like.
I'm just saying. Just watch. But what else can I say about the game? I mean, I don't know. I do wish we saw more, like, some gameplay. Hopefully, Gamescom, they'll show some. That's just me, though. But like some people are trying to say the graphics look bad, and I didn't think that was the case to me when I saw the trailer. But it's not as good as Arkham Knight, and I could fully admit that in terms of graphics. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Excuse me for typing. Where was I? Oh yeah. Moving on. Final Fantasy VII Remake. We got gameplay.
Yeah. Look pretty good. Same combat system designer for Kingdom Hearts 2 that's doing this. Materia is going to be back in the game. They're doing like this tactic system where you could stop it and like decide what to do. You can change from different characters, and they have their own move sets as well as like their own special attacks. What else was of note? Seems like Sephiroth's going to be actually more integral to Midgar than people thought. What else? We saw Tifa, and also confirmed by several people that it's a new cast. Steve also, confirmed that as well, who played Cloud for like 17 years. Don't know what happened there. I know Aerith is being played by this person from YouTube. And I was like, wait a minute, I've seen her before, and she was in Strange Rebel.
Strange Rebel Gaming, yeah.
Yeah, she started off at the Real Rejects. So I was like, okay. I don't know about hiring a YouTuber because I don't know if she's done other voiceover work. So I'm doing a wait and see approach about her in terms of acting. So far, it's good. We've only had a couple lines from her.
I'm gonna keep it real 50 with you, Chief. Prepare to be disappointed.
Oh, in terms of her voice acting was?
No, I'm just saying it because of the fact that it's like I don't think many of the old VAs are coming back.
No. I'm saying that it's been confirmed that they're not coming back.
Oh, then this should definitely fuck it.
So this is some guy from Teen Wolf is voicing.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know his name.
this shit a fat ass sale. I don't even know why we talking about this no more.
What else? Me, I'm just hoping the actors are good. But overall, I'm still hyped for it. And yeah, they're supposed to expand, and supposedly people at the booth have been playing the game, said it's really good, and the city is big. Midgar is big. That's what people are saying in terms of explorations, and there's going to be like side content, about the people's lives in Midgar, and probably the different sectors which will be explorable. So yeah, it's supposed to be in 2 discs, and it's going to be interesting to see 2 game discs. We had it with Red Dead 2, so this is the second game to do it. So it's going to be interesting, I'd say.
Anybody else got anything to say about Final Fantasy VII Remake before we move on?
No, just that it looks amazing.
Right.
Got it pre-ordered.
Of course, H don't like Teen Wolf.
Alright. So I guess we're done with that topic.
Final Fantasy's over. We're gonna move to Final Fantasy set from 7 to 8. Final Fantasy 8 is getting remastered, and now we can see Leon's actual face.
Yeah, Leon, like legit, the graphics are, I guess I don't know if they remade it or remastered because the files were lost. So I don't know if they just built it from the ground up to make the graphics look like that.
They probably got. Oh, excuse me. They probably got a disc of like Final Fantasy 8 and said, "We got to do this like we did the fucking Kingdom Hearts remaster, guys. Let's get on it."
Could be a big yikes. But it looks better than the original, and I'm happy for them doing that as well as like the hardcore been asking for it. So
we got some shit that folks don't know about, but I know about because I play games. Romancing Saga 3 coming to the West. Saga Scarlet Grace coming to the West. This one was more interesting because I remember them from such games as what's the name of that fucking game that people hate? That's it was published by Epic. Damn. You had like a whip and you could like throw people in the air and then kick them.
Oh, Bulletstorm?
Yeah, Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment. People can fly are making the game called Outriders. I think it looks interesting. Personally, Square Enix is publishing the game, so yeah.
People can fly making it.
Yeah.
I think it'll have good gunplay at least.
They got like top 10 gunplay. I still have I still have yet to have a studio get close to Bungie in terms of gunplay. Ain't nobody touched them yet, which is fucking crazy. Imagine making Halo and then Destiny and people still can't even match your gunplay yet. That's wild.
But Halo gunplay is trash. Oh man, fall back.
You got it, Chief. I ain't gonna even say nothing to you. We got Ononaki. I don't even remember much of Ononaki. Like, Jesus. That's what that game looks like. So we're gonna not pay attention to that because it's my L. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition looks pretty good. Then after that, they revealed The Last Remnant Remastered, which is out on the Switch now. So pick that up. That's also a very good game in my opinion. You got Circuit Superstars, which are made by a trio of siblings in what country was it? Colombia? I forget. It was something like that. It's an indie game. Go support that game. It's a friggin' top-down racer, arcade style with a realistic physics. So fuck with that. And they showed Final Fantasy 14 deals expansion that drops next month. And last but not least, we have the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC, which Redhood is going to play, and I'm going to laugh at.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm hyped for it. You know, we're getting hints that everyone knew like Luxord was a more important character than was let on, and they basically confirmed that. And Luxord also hinting at knowing about Zigbar. Won't go into that. And yeah, we get to play as at the final stage. You get to choose to play as Roxas, Riku, or Aqua, and so they're gonna go more into expanding upon that and getting to play those characters because a lot of people are like begging to play as Aqua more, so they're gonna let fans do that as well as Roxas. So that's gonna be pretty dope. And I think I heard that they're gonna try and expand upon Xion. So yeah.
It is what it is. Anyways,
And it's supposed to come out winter. Forgot to mention that.
winter.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I have nothing to say.
All right. That is all of the Square Enix conference. Now to Nintendo.
Trash, just skip it.
No, that was like the first best. I feel like the best.
Square would be the best for me, but I don't want to switch. If that makes sense. We got Super Smash Bros. DLC with Banjo. To which I laughed because I'm like, damn, so Banjo can make it in Smash, but we can't get a good Banjo game in within 10 years. That's wild.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Yo, think about that. The last time we got a Banjo game, we had to put some nuts and bolts together. Fuck out of here. But yeah, Banjo and Smash, he's raring to go, if you catch my drift. Then we got Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, Definitive Edition S, to which I say that's fucking bullshit that they don't get, that people who bought it on PC and PS4 do not get even 1/3 of the content that the Switch version is getting, which is high skill bullshit. So if you bought that game, you should get robbed, and you might need to beat up somebody.
And they want to expand the story too, and shit like that.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's crazy. And the better soundtrack in the game and shit like that. That's insane to me.
Then you got
that Switch version, baby.
Then you got Luigi's Mansion 3. Looks pretty good. Mario, Luigi, and Peach gonna go to a hotel. I don't know why they're doing this. I hope Daisy's there with them because that's a strange ass third wheel. Just Luigi chilling in the cut while Mario and Peach doing wild shit. You got Gooigi or Gooigi, I don't know what they call him. You still busting ghosts out here, so yeah. Then you got the Dark Crystal Age of Renaissance.
That looks lit.
That looks pretty good. I would
can't wait for the Netflix show.
Then you had Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening gameplay.
I'm gonna get that.
Trials of Mana, which was revealed the night before at not the night before. I think maybe two nights ago.
It was leaked.
No, it was at Square's conference. Remember that?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, it was at Square's conference. I was drawing a blank of what day Square's conference was, so that's an L. Then we got from Trials, we got Fire Emblem Three Houses, to which I say, being an anime teacher looked like hard ass work.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil 5 and 6 on the Switch, to which I say, I don't really care.
Games are gonna run ass. Resident Evil 4 ran ass.
But listen, all of y'all will know the greatness known as Sheva. Sheva's the best. The one that everybody said wasn't gonna happen, even myself. So I'm gonna hold this L, but I'm gonna still laugh at y'all dumbasses because of how much this game costs. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt graphics are fucked up edition.
Hey, I actually think that'll run well.
And I was thinking like,
shut your ass up, Strat.
Fucking goofy ass.
They put honestly, bro. If I believe if they put time into a port like that, it can't be like a substrate.
Handheld
Strat
mode
needs to see the Digital Foundry video.
Strat.
540p.
Wait.
540p was like,
Strat, you don't know. Strat, stop.
Strat, if that game was on my phone, it would run that 720p, dog.
Strat. This is the problem with that. Remember the Digital Foundry shit about the base version? Not even the base one, even the most updated version.
Have you seen their new version though? The new video they put out.
It still doesn't perform very well.
The new video they put out about it said that it's different settings. It's still like they did some workarounds, but they'll have to see the full game. Like, you know what I mean?
Stable frame rate too, man. Whew,
They didn't even show frame rate though. We don't know how. What
I know they didn't show frame rate, man.
So we gotta see it. Like, we can't say nothing till the game come out, yo.
Also,
this man Strat really defended it before the Digital Foundry video dropped.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, like, with everything, you can't just say shit until it comes out.
Oh, dude, like, Strat, how many examples do you need of games to run like shit that look like that on the Switch to believe that game looks and runs like shit?
Dude, I feel like Nintendo always gets a pass on this shit. Why?
Also,
facts. Strat definitely giving a pass right now.
What you on about? I barely even play my Switch.
Hold on, first, and then the foremost problem with all of this, you would have to pay 60 big ones for this game.
Oh yeah, and the game's on sale too already, like $15.
The default price on every other platform.
Now let me just say that I don't want to have it sound like I'm defending the $60. All right?
No. Let him finish.
I'm just gonna say that it takes time and money to actually port a game over to an inferior console. You know what I mean?
But look, Strat. That game, its default price for the complete edition,
$15.
Every other, the default price for it on every other platform, meaning the price before it goes on sale, is $50. Strat. That game isn't even $60 anywhere else. It's impossible to pay $60 for that game.
Like, I see it like from what I've heard. Yeah, it's $50, but maybe tack on the card price. The
complete edition, Strat.
The chip. What is it called? The cartridge.
Yeah, it's 32 gigs. That's crazy.
Hold on. Wait. First and foremost,
who did the port though?
They did.
CD Projekt.
That's what I was saying, but some people were telling me no.
I think it's another company.
But look, this is the same thing I was telling Kobe. In this kind of situation, since it's not a first-party game, we don't know who to blame.
Here's my thing. My thing is, I have no problem. Like,
you can't blame Nintendo. You blame
Nintendo tax. Switch tax, man. That shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy to blame Nintendo because they do it with their first-party games, but we can't blame them without any proof.
Hold on. First and foremost, this is the thing. I know I'm clowning them about the frame rate and stuff. My thing is, that's just a hardware issue you can't really do much about. I let them slide on that. That's just hardware that you would have to go make a new piece of hardware to fix. My problem is pricing. That game should not be costing $60 in the year 2019. It came out 4 fucking years ago.
Facts.
I don't care if it's the complete edition. It shouldn't be $60 fucking dollars.
Look, it depends though. Like, if CD Projekt Red did this, I can't be mad at them for putting it at 60. But if they pay somebody else to port it, I don't know, bro.
It is what it is. I don't want to be here too much longer. Moving on, we got showed No More Heroes 3.
That was dope.
No gameplay, but looked pretty fire to me. We also got Contra Rogue Corps, which got rough looking gameplay, but it's Contra. I might try it, but I'm still on the fuck Konami tip, so fuck Konami.
Konami fucking did that special announcement, mini console. Fuck them.
Then we got Daemon X Machina, which I don't think is very good. I played the demo, wasn't fucking with it. A surprise, welcome for sure, is Panzer Dragoons coming to the Switch. I would definitely play it as long as it's not fucking $60. Hardhead, can you take the reins on Pokemon Sword and Shield, or as I call it, Pokemon?
Pokemon Masuda needs to get the fuck out of here.
Hold on, Hardhead. What did I call this shit when we was doing the stream? I called it something wild, like condom or something.
Oh man,
dude, no, I gotta say, man, you guys are dirty. People about the gym leader.
Oh, I mean, this Route 34 though. That shit just happened. It's like, not just her. Like, there's Route 34 for your girl that did the. There's Route 34 for your girl that did the cute shit at the what that was, Ubisoft's conference or Square's conference. One of their conferences. Do you remember the chick who did the little kawaii shit, whatever the fuck she was doing?
Are you talking
kicked her leg up? That was Bethesda's conference. But yeah, there's already Route 34 for her. Look it up. That's just how the internet works. It's not Pokemon fans. That's just the internet.
It's just
Route 34
about people in general doing that shit. It's like,
it's thirsty niggas on the internet, bro. What you gonna do?
That's Route 34. It don't take but 2 hours.
Gosh dang.
2 hours after they saw that gym leader, Route 34 was up.
That's crazy.
All I see is thirsty niggas on the internet.
Yep. Fucking disgusting.
I have no problem with it. Weirdos are weirdos, so let them be weirdos.
Yeah, Pokemon, Astral Chain, aka Trago's favorite game, which looks to me garbage.
I'm getting the game. I actually think it looks good.
Hey, DMV, hey, y'all know where I'm from. Pull up to the hood, and by hood to the white side because I don't live in the hood no more.
Oh man,
dude, I'd rather live in that neighborhood you're living in, dude.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you would, but they be popping shots out here where he at.
Dude, he hears that shit when I talk to Jigga.
Bro, they really out
Yeah,
there.
they be out there busting with Redhood.
Oh well,
Hey,
you know what?
when Jack Moose say let that shit go, they really be out there doing that shit, bro.
Oh, they let that shit loose. You know what? I still got.
Like a
Bro,
bill. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna give you, bro. I literally saw my white neighbor walking. I know it's kind of fucked up. I said white, but y'all got it. He one of the whites. Did you catch my drift? He walked into his fucking house with a ass load of fireworks. I'm like, bruh, and I'm pretty sure it's all a gun. I'm like, bruh, this ain't it, Chief. 4th of July looking all fucked up.
Honestly, rather live there than hearing like 8 shots every night.
Man, Red Hood really be hitting the deck at night. That shit wild.
Fucking crazy. It's fucking ridiculous.
But that is what it is. Astral Chain looking like some fucking. I'm gonna say this. Astral Chain just looks like Bayonetta to me. That's the problem.
I ain't gonna say that. It doesn't to me. It looks different, but at the same time, it does look. There are certain times I see it and I'm like, okay, this looks good. And there's certain times I see, I'm like,
this
I
ain't
really
it.
I don't want to play this. Like, bro,
Listen,
it's not a bad game, but it's a game I know I'm gonna get bored of easily.
All I know is this. DMV, mark this down now.
all right.
I'm trolling Tragos to the day I die about this game.
Oh man.
So moving on from Astral Chain, well, I'm gonna call it Astral bullshit. ABS. Oh man, Empire 10 got announced for Switch, but it's also coming to the Xbox Uno. It's coming to the PS Quadruple and maybe Steam, maybe Epic Games Store. I don't know yet. That got announced at the Treehouse. Well, it was a direct, so yeah. Then we got Cadence of Hyrule, which looks cool to me. I fuck with that. Hardhead's favorite game of the conference, in my opinion. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020. To which Hardhead was like, "Lit! I hope they got basketball in it." If Hardhead, am I quoting you wrong here? Hardhead's not here.
Oh man.
Hardhead, did you not say, and I quote, "If they got basketball and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, like you said, it would be lit if they had it."
Yeah, like nobody else even buying that game, though. I'm the only one. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm the only one that's even interested in the fucking game.
Yo, listen, Hardhead support the Olympics, man. He a real one. He support the Olympics. He support people going out and doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm good. Look, Mario can do something else.
Wait, is next year summer or winter games? Let me go check.
I played Mario playing tennis and that shit was whack, so I'm good.
It's Summer Olympics. When's the next Winter Olympics?
How do you say?
Damn, 2028. Yes. Okay. Yeah, but that's that on that. Then we had Animal Crossing New Horizons, so it's Animal Crossing. You know what to expect. And then last but not least, we got a teaser for the new Breath of the Wild sequel.
No gameplay, but
it's basically the same world, I guess. But
no, I think it seems like they're going to speed up the process by using the same assets, but they're going to change up the world and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised if the game comes out maybe 2 years from now.
2-3 years. But that's Nintendo's conference. I don't really have anything negative to say other than the Witcher 3 stuff, which is not a huge thing. Just don't buy it. Otherwise, let's move on to the last part of the scores. So we're going to go down the list. What did we give Microsoft out of 10?
I gave them a 5.
Jigga.
It's a Microsoft.
Out of 10.
7.
Hardhead.
Microsoft?
Out of 10.
A 4.
Damn.
8.
DMV fan? He said a 4.
Like grading it in a vacuum, like just as its own standalone conference, I give it a C plus. But
I said out of
since
10. Use a number.
Man,
out of 10,
a C plus is like a 7.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. But okay, so hold on. My second part is since they had E3 all to themselves.
Yep, Sony wasn't
All
like
the
Sony wasn't the
all the
goalie.
attention. Yeah, Sony wasn't there. I have to give it 5.
I mean, because like I said, they didn't do nothing to put their own foot in the door. They
Yeah.
botched the xCloud announcement. They botched the announcement for their own console. They showed their own games with no fucking gameplay. Like they did nothing to put themselves in the door. It was a 4, dog.
Strat.
Hate.
That was a 4.
Damn, I thought
Hey.
Strat was going to at least give it an 8 for Halo, but damn, all right.
Yeah, I got
Wait, what did Strat give it?
No, I'm sure Strat. I feel the same way. He wanted to see a little bit of gameplay from Halo, dog.
Halo and Gears, like
Dude, bro, the third
any
year
game
Halo's
really.
gonna be at E3.
I'm
Well,
changing
yeah,
it to a 4.5.
As much as I know I've been talking shit about Gears. We got some form of gameplay. It's not the gameplay we wanted, but we did get something.
It's like just show me anything, even if it doesn't look pretty. Like I don't give a shit.
All right, so that's Microsoft. Moving from Microsoft, Bethesda. What we giving the people?
3.
Jigga?
Bethesda. I'm gonna have to go with 3 too.
Hardhead, babe.
Bethesda, shit, it was better than last year. I'll give them about a 5.
DMV?
I gave Microsoft a 4.5, so I'll go 4. I'll go 5. Whatever.
Damn, he gave Bethesda a 5 and Microsoft a 4. God. Strat?
2.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give that bitch a good 4.
For 4?
Yeah, I give him 4 for 4. PC Gaming Conference.
I didn't get to really see, so I just saw the highlights. So NA.
Jigga.
1.
Damn. Hardhead.
Wait. Square, right?
No, PC gaming. Epic
Gaming show.
Yeah.
My girl Frankie was looking fine. So
Oh my.
Yeah.
and they actually announced more new games than the previous shows.
Hold on. Frankie did dress up like a shark.
Frankie came out dressed as a shark, and she was on her announcer tip. For those who don't know, she an esports announcer. She be on that shit.
I have no idea what the fuck Frank.
That was a 6. PC Gaming Show was a good 6.
Most of that is like listen, the only reason it's getting a 6 is because Hardhead added 3 extra points for Frankie alone.
Oh man, no comment.
He's saying no comment. You definitely did. Damn me.
They announced a lot of cool looking games that had a good pace. Hosts were good. For what it is, I give it an 8.
All right, she. Strat.
I did not.
Oh, so we got 2 NAs. I'll give that bitch a good 7. 4 of this for Frankie dressing up like a shark. That shit was lit.
Actually, I'll go with 7.
All right. Listen, Frank, you get Frankie to dress up like a shark. I'm definitely there. I fuck with Frankie. She the homie. Ubisoft. What? Oh, yeah, Ubisoft. I was like, did I go out of order? I get it. I'm gonna just do my score first. I'm giving this shit a 3.
2.
Wait, for which one?
Ubisoft.
I gave that a 4.
You stop with shit.
Hardhead.
Damn.
Hardhead.
Oh my bad, I had my mic muted. Ubi trash. You know what? They announced and gave an alpha for Roller Champions, which I've been playing since that alpha went live. So I'm gonna have to give them at least a good 5 for that. And watch. Well, no, I can give them like a 6 for
Give him
this shit.
6.5. Give him 6.5.
Nah, 6. I can't do better than a 6. That was on par with the PC Gaming Show that day for me.
All right, DMV found.
It did have my game of the show, but they had that debate with the Splinter Cell mobile game.
Yeah, fuck
So
them for that shit.
yeah, I gotta mark off for that a bit. I gotta mark off for the CG trailers. I'll give it about what I gave Bethesda, which is a 5, I think.
You gave Bethesda a 4, I think.
I did? No,
Yeah.
I gave Microsoft a 4.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
gave Bethesda a 5.
All right. Strat, he about to say something crazy.
Oh, 2.
Damn.
Strat
Days
really
late,
awesome.
Strat. Bring that energy.
E3 was absolutely trash.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, yeah, Jigga, your
E3
score
in
for the
general.
Ubisoft conference.
Absolutely trash.
Ubisoft. I'm gonna say a 5. It was average.
What I give Ubisoft?
A 5 really an average, or is a 5 a fail? I mean, I feel like
a 5 is average. We go by the Game Informer score. A 5 is average. People need to stop this fucking set. Like, people don't even use the full fucking 10-point score when they talk about a game. They think a 7 is fucking ass, and it's like, no.
7 to me is passing, so that's a C.
Like, bro, no, because my thing is they don't like if you use the Game Informer chart of like 1 through 10 of what that means. That's actually probably the most correct chart to use. I don't know why people keep thinking that a fucking 7's bad. But yeah, whatever. Fucking Square Enix? Redhood?
Oh, 7. Second best to me.
Jigga?
They didn't really have nothing for me, so probably go with 6.
Alright, Hardhead.
We talking about Square
They showed the most gameplay.
Enix?
Yep.
Square Enix?
Yeah.
The only game I'm kind of hyped for is Final Fantasy VII the remake. Other than
I
that,
don't remember anything that Square
People
showed.
who showed us
Even though we went over it.
You have no way to talk, dude. You don't like Japanese games.
We're talking about Square Enix who showed us 5 different Final
And
Fantasy.
Avengers look
No,
like
that's racist.
look like average. Yeah, that's racist, Red Hood.
How's that, dude? He doesn't like Kingdom Hearts. He doesn't like Final Fantasy. He doesn't like any.
Yo,
Japanese.
you know Strat don't mess with that Jap crap.
Whoa! We don't do that
He's a
around here.
true Xbox player, Stratus.
Yeah, Strat was born and raised on the Xbox shit. He don't play no games outside of
I was
that.
born and raised on the PS1.
Oh man, then what happened to you now, dude?
I found better games.
Dude, bro. That's what happened.
He became a dude, bro.
Oh man,
Oh,
Strat be at
man.
the gym drinking protein
Dude,
shakes.
bro, like even though I own every single console.
Oh man, still
Yeah,
dude
like-
bro at heart. That don't matter, dude. You still
Wait,
dude,
you-
bro.
You don't own a oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Console
It's a
that's
console.
relevant.
It depends what you're talking about. It may be relevant to somebody.
That's relevant to nobody.
Nah, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Yeah. Hardhead. What about that score, my man?
Square came and they did their thing, dog. That bitch was an 8.
There you go.
All right,
That shit was way better than last year. I'll tell you that.
1 out of 1 too much
It
Final
was.
Fantasy.
They had me interested the whole time. Oh my god.
The fuck? Hardhead.
Hardhead about to get the smoke. All right, yo, DMV.
Yeah, they had a great beginning of the show with Final Fantasy VII. All right, middle, and I don't think they handled the Avengers reveal as good as they could have. So, but still, I think it was second best show. So, I'll give it around a 7.5, 8. I think I'll go 7.5.
Okay.
Strat.
4.
Jesus.
Damn.
Shit.
I mean, can somebody quickly go over everything they showed for me?
They showed different, like
you
they showed like 5 different Final Fantasy. They showed Final Fantasy 14's DLC.
I mean, I'm
They
definitely.
went in on Final Fantasy 7. Mind you, Square is the same people that showed us Avengers on stage, regardless of how you feel about it. They did that thing.
Yeah.
What else did they show? They remastering and bringing back a lot of games. They showed us fuck, I'm trying to remember the name of the game. The Tales game. There we go. They showed us the Tales remaster, and they showed us the
That
new
wasn't
Tales game that's coming out.
No,
No,
that's
that was Microsoft.
That's Bandai Namco. The Tales
Yeah,
games.
that was Microsoft.
No. They did show one of the Tales games that.
You
Tales
think
of
art
Arise
style
was
wise?
Microsoft.
No, that's
What the
Microsoft.
fuck did they show that looked like the Tales games? The Trials of Mana?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mana.
Oh well, shit. What else did they show? Hold on, I'm about to give you a perfect.
I mean,
answer.
Strat doesn't give a shit about any of those games.
Nah. He might. I'm about to give Strat a perfect answer because I knew this was gonna happen. So when I uploaded my little videos, I put.
Oh wait, Square is Dying Light,
in the
right?
description
Yeah,
everything
Dying
that they showed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I gotta put them up a point. What I put them at 6? That's like an 8. I'll Dying Light alone. I love that game.
They showed Dragon Quest Builders 2. Obviously they went in for the Final Fantasy VII remake. They went in for it, and they showed us Tifa, which everybody was asking about. They showed Outriders and Oninaki, Water Visions. Crystal Chronicles is getting remastered. That's coming to the Switch,
But
ain't it?
here's the thing. Like, I want to play Final Fantasy VII remake, but I don't want to play 1/3 of it and then have to wait a year or two to play
Dude,
the other
you'll be
part.
waiting for like 6 years, dude.
I'm saying, like, I'll
Did
just
you not
wait.
play 7 already?
I'll just wait until the Ultimate Collection comes out.
Bro,
on
you're gonna be
the
almost in your
5.
30s. If
Hey.
not in your 30s.
I might not even be playing games at that point.
Oh man, straight going back to selling dope in the streets. Let's go.
The way of life, you know.
Oh man. Shit. What did I think I'm the only one who didn't give a score for this?
Hey.
I'm about to kill everybody. This shit was a 9.5.
Damn.
They showed a lot of shit I fuck with. I play these games.
Dude, I really want to get into the Final Fantasy 14 online shit.
You're not about that life, dog. I
What do
promise
you mean? I need somebody to help me with this journey.
Call one night, he'll help you. I ain't gonna help you, dog. You are yourself. Let's go to this Nintendo. What do we give Nintendo, y'all?
For me, I give it an 8.
Wait. Hold up. Are we skipping the goats? Are y'all crazy?
I was talking about Devolver.
Yes.
I did not watch that one.
I didn't
Yeah,
watch
then
it.
you say NA, dude. NA for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
How y'all gonna ignore
Devolver.
Devolver Digital? They
As a
so
conference is
fire.
a 1, bro.
Hold up.
But if we
I'm
go by
about-
like
I'm
the
going.
presentation, it's like a 7
No,
or 8.
altogether, that bitch was a 9. I'm about to tell you why right fucking now.
Oh
all
my
right?
God.
First of all, they show Fall Guys, a game that everybody who saw that game wanted that game. I can't think of one person who's like, damn,
All guys.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Fall
I didn't.
Guys. It's like you ever seen what's the name of those games that are on PC?
Oh
It's like
yeah, I've
little
seen that clip of
floppy
it.
ass, the flimsy ass characters and
But is
shit.
this 100 people and shit?
It's 100-person battle royale, but wipeout style. Why has nobody done that yet?
Yo, honestly, I like a lot of Devolver's games.
It's wipeout style battle royale. That shit should have been done a long time ago. They showed My Friend Pedro. They showed
I can't wait for that game.
Thank you. They showed something called Devolver Bootleg, which is basically them taking a bunch of their indie games, making parody versions, putting them in a fucking bundle, and then putting the game on Steam for $5 while it's 1% off. These people went in for their fucking conference. They also announced Into the Gungeon, House of the Gun Dead, which was a DLC for Into the Gungeon. They showed the new Messenger DLC, which is fucking lit if you know the Messenger. Not to mention their presentation. Don't get me started on their fucking presentation, dog. They went in. They did a Devolver Direct, and people thought they was joking at first, and then bing, it just showed up and looked exactly like a fucking Nintendo Direct. That shit was heat.
I heard it was funny too and everything.
Thank you. It was funny, dog. I actually laughed at the shit. They went in for their fucking conference. They did nothing bad. I can't see how you could possibly say they did anything bad.
Damn, Fall Guys
wasn't.
really
I just didn't watch
2020,
it.
man. Jeez.
Oh man, that conference was a fucking 9, dog.
Well,
They showed nothing but straight gameplay. They gave you the best presentation out of everybody during all of E3. They even threw some good little parodies and jokes in there. They made fun of their fucking self, dog. And on top of that, they parody this year was continuing the story from E3 2018. That was fire. Like, come on, man.
all I can say is Hardhead speaks for all of us. We all give it a 9 based off of Hardhead. Let's go to the next one, Nintendo. Redhood.
Yeah, I gave it a wait for Devolver or for Nintendo.
Nintendo, we all gave Devolver a 9 by way of Hardhead.
Oh yeah, and they announced Carrion too. I forgot about that.
I thought I said Carrion. Yeah, they announced Carrion.
They put a date out for that.
I think so. Let me double check.
What'd you get? What'd you get? Nintendo's conference? I mean, Direct's Hardhead. I mean, fucking Red Hood. Jesus.
I gave Nintendo 8 out of 10. I thought they, for me, the best conference, and Square's like closely second.
I flipped on that. I think Nintendo was second and Square was first. Jigga. Jigga's dead. Hardhead.
Jigga dipped out during my rant for Devolver Digital, reminding everybody where they're the goats. Nintendo, I know y'all gonna hate me for this. No, I can't give them a 10. I'll give Nintendo a 9 because other than the newest announcement they gave us, which was really only one game. They showed us straight gameplay the whole fucking Nintendo Direct, just like they do with every other Direct. They haven't failed us. Well, maybe the first couple Directs was kind of trash, but they haven't really failed us with a Nintendo Direct in a long time. And they did the same thing with E3. So I give them a good. Nah, I give them a 8. I think it's fair.
Yeah. I agree with Hardhead.
Because a lot of the stuff we wanted to know, we had to wait until the tree.
The only reason I give it a high score is because they showed gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah, but the only reason I can't give them like a 9 or 10 is because all the stuff I really wanted, I had questions about. I had to wait until the treehouse to find out.
All right.
Wait, is that Ni no Kuni game coming to the Switch?
Yes.
Not the remastered though. The
Damn,
original.
y'all let DMV get it out?
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Go ahead, Divvy.
Y'all done?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So personally, for games I'm gonna play, I give it an 8, but like grading it on like big announcements and surprises, I give it a 9. Because Banjo and Smash, people have been waiting like so many years for that, and it finally happened. And we also got a trailer to the Game of the Year 2017, I think, which is big in of itself too. So I gotta give it high marks.
Hold on. Game of the Year 2017. What the fuck was Game of the Year in 2017?
Breath of the Wild.
I think it was, yeah.
Bro, why is it in my mind? I really thought Horizon came out last year. That's an L. Horizon
17. That's when the Switch came out, ain't it?
Yeah, the Switch like Zelda came out like day and date damn near.
Like March 2017, I think.
Yeah, and then Horizon came out, and Nintendo fans were upset about Horizon, which I don't see why. They're really both good games. Well, I don't like Breath of the Wild as much as I like Horizon, but that's neither here nor there. Anywho, so last topic, we can get the fuck up out of here.
Facts.
Do y'all think E3 has a feature currently, or should it just be clapped? Like, just get rid of it wholesale and start something different?
I personally think that it needs to be something else. I feel that just like how I feel about Comic-Con, everyone's pulling out of Comic-Con, especially Marvel and DC and Warner Brothers. I don't know about Disney as a whole, but it shows that you could just put out a trailer or have your own con or event and spend less money on that to put the word out than have a conference that isn't in a controlled environment. And that to me just shows that E3 has been getting worse, and because of the internet, there really isn't a need for it, I feel. And I know a lot of people would hate me for saying that because I was in that camp that was like, yeah, it would be great to see all these announcements and stuff like that. But you start to realize that for these companies, they could just do their own events or their own live streams or their own directs, and they'll get way more traction. Like Death Stranding, for crying out loud, did not even have to be at E3, and it got a big pop on the internet. So, and the same thing would happen to The Last of Us and any other game to come out. And same thing even with Borderlands 3. If some people don't like it, still got a big pop in this reveal event, along with it being on the internet. So for me to think that, like, it's just telling. Is like, I do think that E3 is supposed to be this convention for like stocks and shareholders for the companies and all that, and now it's like open up to the public. That could be another reason why it's not as good as it once was. But yeah, and also I'm hearing like at this year's E3 there weren't that many like booths to like have playable games. It was mostly like direct feed of someone playing the game and it being in a video format. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna thrive or continue. Maybe we'll have maybe 2 or 3 more E3 like tops, but maybe Sony after this will just continue just doing PSX, and same thing with Xbox with XO18. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Well, in my opinion, I believe E3 can still go, but it will have to, like, companies will have to stop doing their own individual thing. Like, don't announce this stranding, just wait to like do like bi-yearly, I will believe, like, because yearly is not working out. It's not enough announcements. So like try to, but see, it's so many leaks nowadays that it's hard to keep things on the wraps until you get to E3 because like people done spoiled it. So it's like I want it to be around, but I think it might have to go and let everybody just do their own individual thing. Yeah.
Hardhead.
I agree with it. I mean, yeah, both of them. I think it still can exist, just not in its current form. But y'all been hearing me say this all fucking week. I've been preaching this same fucking statement all fucking week about how it needs to evolve somehow. And I had some ideas. I can't even think straight right now, but just the way that E3 exists right now doesn't work for today's modern entertainment. And I mean, I can't even be too sure of how they could change that. Like, they could make it more of an experience, like for when you're not at home. Like, for example, when Ubisoft made the Roller Champions game downloadable as soon as they showed it, I feel like that should be a thing that's standard for E3. Like, the games that are on the show floor, you don't have to truly be there for. There's like some kind of E3 app where you can try out these games, or like with the streaming world, you could stream these games just temporarily. That way there's no, especially if you're streaming them, there's no harm in people like trying to get into the files and hack the game and stuff like that, because you're streaming the game, so all you can really do is play it.
Damn, I never thought about that. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. That way, not everybody has to be on the show floor. There's room for everybody to try every game and shit like that.
But I feel like the devs don't want to do that because like it be controlled environment. So like if something go wrong, they can like hurry up and fix it. Because I feel like most of these games be buggy as shit and shit go wrong, so they have to have people there.
Well, I think that also depends on how good the streaming shit gets too, Jig. So the streaming shit gets good enough, they won't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
All right. DMV.
I do think that they have to evolve and change some things like Sean Layden suggested, which I think will be key to Sony coming back or not. I think this whole tone can change if Sony really does come back next year to show off PS5 stuff, because I think they'll want to be at as many events as they can and doing events, doing it as big as they can. So, but I do think that they have to change stuff. I think they have to go back to media only days and then open it up to the public, because it was empty this year because of the lack of Sony. But if slash when Sony does come back, it's going to be overcrowded again. So that's an aspect that they especially do need to change, plus a few others that I can't really think of right now.
All right. Strat, got to say something well.
I mean, I just think he's dead.
What?
I think E3's dead.
You what?
Did you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Your shit was fucking up. Say again?
I said I think E3 is dead.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's better ways to present stuff nowadays than having a press conference.
All right.
That's really it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Trey E3 needs to, if they can dig into those better ways, and then maybe they
Like
might
I don't see them.
it
I don't
change.
see it getting better. Like I feel like they've changed ever since these new consoles came out.
It's kind of scary too, though, because I don't want conferences themselves to like die out. Because then we moving towards that, wily ass future where people don't really have to leave the house to access their content and shit like that.
I feel like events like PlayStation, PSX are where to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Where it's
actually,
like you save everything for that day. You know, for that day of
No,
the
you're
year.
right, but we still need ones like E3 where it's all of them coming together. Because right now we have Guardian Con, Quake Con, PlayStation, PSX. We have XO18.
That's just the thing, though. Like from what I've heard, like a lot of developer, like you know how they make gameplay demos and stuff for the show floor and shit like that.
mhm.
Like that, like I hear that itself is like a whole
yeah, so, and,
process. Like, and we saw that in the God of War documentary. Like they literally like working
Man,
around the
that
clock to get a little 8-minute thing up and running for the day. That like just stresses it all of them out,
yeah,
you know.
those people
And
don't
that
want to talk about that. They slaved
especially
over
when
that.
they're not ready, you know.
They slaved over that game strap. People don't want to talk about it though.
Mhm. And that's like imagine like having to put everything down real quick to make a quick presentation for E3, which you're probably not even going to use that slice in the game.
But I still feel like cause look at it like this, Strat. Like people like me, I like to at least have a chance to go to one of these conferences, and I don't want to waste it on like a game like say I want to go to BlizzCon, QuakeCon, and GuardianCon all in the same year, but I can only afford one of them. I would prefer to go to E3. That way, I can experience all those games in one place. That's what I'm saying. We I don't want that to die out.
I feel like next year is going to be the perfect time to go to E3 then. That, like the
Yeah,
new console showings and shit like that, the new games coming out for those consoles, that's going to be the time to go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like 2020 after 2020, I don't know what's gonna happen to E3.
Yeah, I don't know.
2021 is the year where we really got to question like what is E3 now?
Because we know why Sony didn't go, because they didn't have anything to show.
And my thing is, there's nothing wrong with that because they've already
Exactly.
shown everything.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
And it's like,
well,
it's
they
like
said they
Xbox.
would go if fans weren't going to be like, oh, this is the same thing.
The thing is, like, is why, like, the thing with Xbox is like, why do they like they really didn't show anything that couldn't have been announced through a video. You know what I mean?
Or actually use inside Xbox for where it should be
Yeah.
used for.
Like,
Or
I don't
actually-
like inside Xbox is so pointless what they use it for.
But
It's just,
this is the content that people want, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna. We shouldn't harp on this any longer. That's E3. In my opinion, E3 was a disappointment. Not.
I feel like it was more of a disappointment this year than last year.
I think it's the worst E3 of the generation.
No, I agree.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, because even 2013 and 14 E3 was all
And
right.
I remember getting hype for E3, man. Like that shit was like we got hype up until the day of. And then that shit just died.
Remember when folks was like, really, you couldn't wait for E3? Like it was like Christmas to a degree.
Yeah,
Now-
this year we really waited until the week before to get hyped for E3.
I
Definitely remember the days, bro. They don't even
Bro,
seem
I'm
like
gonna tell you how bad it was. Like DMV, you know how in the other like server, like I had set up the fucking E3 shit. I almost forgot to open that shit back up.
Oh man.
Like I was like, I forgot. Like that's how much I like forgot about it. It's like there's nothing. You don't really care about any of this shit.
I just don't know. I feel like it's just a weird situation.
I hope it doesn't die. I hope E3 is still viable. It just needs to improve a bit. Because E3 is like,
Honestly, I don't know if it does
personally,
need to improve. It just needs to go back to what it was.
Nah, straight.
It can't
Things
go
like
back to what it was
this,
because now then
things
fans
were
get upset.
simpler. Things were simpler back then.
Man, Strat sound like an old person. Things were simple
Man,
back when.
it's crazy.
It
I
definitely
remember,
was.
I remember trying to watch E3 any means possible. You know what I
I
mean?
want to ask that. Does it still come on TV?
No,
Not that I
No,
know.
it
I don't
doesn't.
think so.
Damn.
they
I
didn't
mean,
do it
because
this year.
fucking G4 was the place to show that.
Before used to cover that shit.
They did Disney XD last year.
Now all you got is IGN. I think they got a fucking channel on what's that shit? That free TV shit. I can't think of the
Yeah,
name of it.
that's why I said Disney XD. They hosted all the E3 presses there, but it
Oh,
would
really?
censor. Yeah, last
Yeah,
year though.
shit, dude.
Didn't you hear about that? They censored the kiss in Last of Us, but not the violence.
Damn.
Damn.
Nah.
Yeah,
That's
that was like
crazy.
the uproar. People got so mad about this shit. I was laughing. Like it was dumb, but look, it's what it is. No, didn't they try to say they didn't censor it, that it just cut out for some reason or some shit? Like, oh, we didn't censor it, it just cut out. What you mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyways,
it is what it is. That's everything on the list. That's everything on the docket. We can get the fuck up out of here. Thank y'all for watching the podcast. We'll be back next week, hopefully, with more topics. So to start us off, we're getting out of here with these outros. Redhood.
This was a great episode. You know, overall E3 is meh. Hopefully they can improve next year, but I have my doubts. You can check me out on my channel, Redhood 420. We're at 329 subs, so let's make it to 330. And I'll be putting out content. I might do reviews about the E3 press conferences individually and some content regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake and other things. I was going to do my Men in Black International review on Tuesday night, but I got lazy. And you guys know it wasn't a good movie. And you could follow me on Twitch. I'll be trying to stream later tonight at Redhood 420 and follow me on Twitter at Redhood 240.
Jig.
hey, it was good, y'all. I'm Jigga, and I'm here just to say, I need y'all to stop all the Xbox hate. Everything Xbox do, y'all downplay it or talk shit about it. But when other companies do that, y'all ignore it. So I need y'all to fall back. But anyways, this is Jigga. You can check me out on twitch.tv/Jiggaapril. I might stream Mafia 1 today. Who knows? Hope y'all have a good night.
Hardhead, baby. Hold on. Hardhead. I'm gonna need you to hit him with the extra special intro. You know which one I'm talking about. It's not the one you're thinking about, but the other one.
I can't remember it. I can't remember the words to it. I know you're not talking about the ooh wee, but I can't remember the words to the other one.
Damn. Well, Hardhead new intro is Hardhead, baby. I still do. I mean, now go ahead. Hardhead.
I can't remember. I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember how I did it though. I might have to write it down somewhere so I can start doing that bit.
No, you know which one I'm talking about because I sent you the video. Niggas saying this shit.
All right, send me the video and then I'm gonna do it for him. Like I'm still in it.
Oh man, no, Hardhead know what I'm talking about though. We ain't gonna worry about it. Just to hit your regular one.
But it's Hardhead 7WD, YouTube and Twitch.tv. You already know where to find me. Make sure y'all hit that follow button, hit that share button, that like button. Check me out on Twitch. You know the fire streams be happening there. I'm about to go out of town soon, so I'm doing nothing but content until I leave, unless I decide to do some IRL shit while I'm out, which probably ain't gonna happen. So I'm just be streaming. Just make sure y'all come through to the streams, anyways. But yeah, though.
DMV.
Hey, it's DMV here. E3 was some butt this year, but I hope it improves next year because I do still get hyped for E3. It still means a lot personally to me for a lot of different reasons. My favorite
it was still fun to watch because of the easy allies, but if it dies, that'll be really bad for their channel because it's really key to their growth, and that's just one of the reasons why I want E3 to still be viable. So, yeah, that's all my thoughts I have on E3 in general. I'm on Twitter at DMVFan123, Discord DMVFan123. You know where to find me. So, see you.
All right. Stratosphere.
A good 3-hour podcast, everybody. You know, even though E3 was a disappointment, you know, it's sad. You know, gaming's coming to an end soon.
No, it's not far back.
All right,
Trev, you don't shut your ass up, dog.
It's like it's the end as we know it, y'all. It's like I feel it.
Oh yeah, Hardhead, and that was straight just now, and but yeah,
What?
you ain't seen that shit
Nah.
where a chick was talking, said, and
Chick was talking, yeah.
Wait, was it?
yeah, she was like, and then
Oh, I thought that was a dude.
Well, he did just blood bust out like right after that. He said, "And I hit my balls."
Wait, what?
Okay, so it's a dude.
Yeah, but that's
It's a dude.
Hey, it is what it is. Thank y'all for watching podcast. Leave a like if you feel so inclined. We'll be back next week with more content, more dollars, more hours to provide y'all with the gaming news or topics that we feel are relevant to the conversation that needs to be had. We get fuck out of here.
Hey, if we get 20 likes, I'll stream Sea of Thieves.
Hey, I'll do that for free.
Nah, I gotta get 20 likes fast.